Tether Karma on deck. Busted Rhymes, canceled. Fat Joe, canceled. The Bussy Entertainment Award Show, canceled. The damn Zest Monster, canceled. And that's all because foundational Black Americans standing on business. You know damn well he ain't FBA. Hell no. Why are we standing on business, y'all? Because life is a highway and we just throwing tethers out the car. Let's go to work. FBA Friday. We in the house. Move, Tether, get out the way, get out the way, FBA. There they go. We in here, y'all. Certified salute to the whole team. Let's go to work. You know, I know, the world knows, Delineation is taking over. Everybody knows right now that if you get in the way of foundational Black Americans, we gonna ruin you. We gonna cancel you. You ain't gonna have no career. Y'all tell me the person, the individual, the organization, the political party that has a career after they came against foundational Black Americans. Can't do it, ain't nowhere out there. So let's make this clear. We ruined the Essence Festival, the BET Hip Hop Awards, and the Soul Train Music, whatever the hell awards, all in one summer. Not to mention we ended the Democrats as well. So, I mean, if you just adding it up right now, there's a winning streak, FBA, there's a losing streak, the whole damn world. Not to mention the tethers is going home. Not to mention Kamala Harris just came out this week and said, guess what? She said she ain't running for office no more. On top of we just said Kamala was done for, on top of foundational Black Americans exposed her, her whole family, her collard greens, her bathtub, her fake grandma. So, I mean, God damn, it feels good to be us and it's terrible to be them. I'm telling y'all, it's good to be Black. Let's go to work. Family, I want y'all to think about this now. Everybody's seeing a couple of these individuals that, you know, just a few years ago, they was running their mouth about foundational Black Americans. They really was. It was the thing for a lot of these individuals to disrespect the lineage, heritage, and culture because they thought it was going to be all right. They thought they was going to be fine. You had Zest monsters running around here, and they were saying things like, you know, hip-hop is 50-50. It was the Latinos and the Blacks, just throwing us as an and is something we created. You feel where I'm coming from? And now, y'all, they done take it to a whole nother level because that ABK gonna come knocking on your door. And when ABK come knocking on your door, fam, it's not coming as a friend. Foundational Black Americans, we see and we hear every damn thing. And one of the things that these people was trying to tell us was that we, as foundational Black Americans, we were some type of bystanders in our own creations. We were bystanders in what we created. Fat Joe, Busta Rhymes, Zesty Rhymes, they were the main ones running around here trying to disrespect FBA, and we was on them. There was a documentary that came out about a year ago called Microphone Check, and it ruined these people. The FBA grassroots will get your ass out the paint if you disrespect. And that go for a political tether, Barack Obama, Kamala Harris. That go for washed up rappers, Fat Joe, Zesty Rhymes. And that go for the Uber driver with no deodorant. Anybody can get it. That's how strong we are, y'all. So you see now, the fact that they canceled all of this, that's only a reflection of foundational Black Americans' perfection. And when I tell everybody that we've been calling our shot and we've been really letting the world know that we run this thing, that's exactly what I mean. So they can send out whoever they want, but whoever they send out gonna crash out. And I'm gonna tell y'all the way it goes. Family, the Jamaicans have entered the chat, okay? Because, you know, you had all the Africans and they was running around here talking about what they did and how they run things. But now you got a lot of these Africans, and these Africans is coming out here and they trying to pass the baton to the Jamaicans. And the Jamaicans is out here saying now they started the civil rights era. So I'm just going to foretell them that foundational Black Americans have officially put all of the ops on the G-check list. And if your name got that check by it, that means you said something that was off code, get regulated. Family, watch this.
There's three culture that can bring the African race together: Nigerian, Jamaican, Haitian. Do your research on these three cultures and learn if they came together and did a takeover. Imagine what the world would be like. Just imagine it.
The civil rights movement did not start in America. The fight for black freedom began long before the civil rights movement in the USA. Even though they did do a lot, but it is important. I'm just going to list through some of the most important ones. So first, we start off with my country, Jamaica. Now, Jamaica actually influenced key figures in the American civil rights movement, such as Malcolm X. Now, if you know Malcolm X, he wanted Pan-Africanism, and it is said he was influenced by Marcus Garvey, who's actually from my area in Jamaica. And his ideology and his existence is long before Malcolm X. Malcolm X's father, Earl Little, was a very passionate follower of Marcus Garvey. And also his mother is Caribbean, and she also shared those views with him, Malcolm X. Now, long before slavery ended in Africa, they actually resisted the colonizer. So the Ashanti Empire, from Ghana, they resisted the British Empire. Emperor Menelik II of Ethiopia, he fought against the Italians because the Italians did try to colonize Ethiopia, and he won that in the battle of
Freeze. Where in the hell are any of this babble is she trying to tell us that Jamaicans inspired the civil rights movement? Now, I know she lying. Y'all know she lying. Her forehead knows she lying. Everybody knows she lying. What world are they talking about? And can they please stop trying to claim Malcolm X? Can they please stop trying, okay? Because every time they turn around, they say, Malcolm X is one of us. And Malcolm X is his mom's and his mom's mom's mom's, and they was all influenced. You still ain't gave me one example about how Jamaicans influenced the civil rights era. Matter of fact, she's not even saying influence, y'all. She said that it started. Then how come we call it the civil rights era in America? Every damn week it's a new tether, and every new tether gonna get this G check in this work. She can name whoever the hell she wants to name, but let me tell y'all what we all know. Half the time, these individuals were influenced by foundational Black Americans. We weren't by them. Because if they did so damn good, then let's fast forward. How come you're all still living in shanty towns and in ruins? You didn't do too good. I'm tired of hearing about all these revolutions and these things that they created, but you ain't got nothing to show for it today. At least the guy who brags about high school and scoring 4 touchdowns, at least he still got the damn trophy in his garage. You ain't got a trophy to show for none of this.
Of Adwa in 1896. Now later on, don't you forget me, I already talked about the Jamaican slave revolt. The Haitians are legendary. The Caribbeans are legendary in that. In Zimbabwe, my favorite, who actually achieved liberation with some consequences because of that. So their leader also believed in Pan-Africanism, and they took up arms in like the 1960s due to the white rule called Rhodesia, where there was 5% of whites settled a colony, and that colony was like, they were the minority, but then they controlled the land, the economy, things like that. So they took up arms, and now they got their independence, but then, the leader then slightly became a dictator only because he started to give the land to his like friends and stuff like that, only because he owed them back.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. Listen, every time they start talking about anybody from their homelands that did anything, y'all notice that those people's stories always end bad. She just starts saying, well, he became a dictator because, he owed some people. No, Miss Fufu, tell the whole story. What it really is that these people were never about the folks. They was never about the community. They were about cutting deals. See, what separates foundational Black Americans from all these other people is that our revolutionaries were all about the people. Their quote unquote revolutionaries were all about cutting deals at the end. That's why when you go to Haiti, look how that all turned out. You had the people who rose up, and then the people who came to power, they gave it right on back to Mr. Mayo. That's why Mr. Mayo runs everything right now in Haiti. Bill Clinton, who's from Arkansas, he got more weight in Haiti than any Haitian do. So don't come telling me about what y'all did in the past, because y'all always hand that stuff right back over. Let me tell you something. None of our revolutionaries handed anything over. That's what we call over here damn checkmate.
That is actually a long story, which I want to go into as well. Then you had South Africa, which the apartheid system started in 1940s, way before, like big main civil rights movements in America. In the UK, there was the British Black Panthers, and then there was Notting Hill riots, which was about, racism as well, as there is a lot of racism inside, UK, but it is hidden. Then you had in India, people were rebelling against the caste system, and it's called the Dalit movement.
India? Do you know how anti-black they are in India? Family, this is why there is no diaspora that FBA is a part of. Hey, we coming in hot today. Smash that like button. I got something to say. This is why we don't rock with these people. Do you see how this Jamaican lady is quick to use India to elevate above us and to cut us down? Do you see where their allegiance lies, family? Do you know how anti-black they are in India? Nobody on the planet, Miss Fufu, is thinking about India and civil rights. Nobody's thinking about black empowerment in India. They will use anybody to go against FBA. You hear these people bring up the dominant society. How come you guys can't be more like the white man? You hear them use India. You should be more like Mr. Muhammad. He's a good man. They'll use Africa. They'll use Jamaica. They'll use Haiti. They'll use a goddamn dog if it means cutting down FBA. And it also means they ain't got nothing to stand on. You know what it is. These people are anti-us, and that's why we don't rock with them. Damn your diaspora, damn the tethers, damn you want to be connected. Only thing you need to do is connect some clippers and get to working on top of that damn head. Easy.
Movement, and this is from the 1920s onwards. In the UK in 1919, there was also revolt or like race riot against racial discrimination due to, Caribbean soldiers, what they faced. You had in Senegal, they resisted French colonialism, like Blaise Diagne. Sorry, man, I'm saying the name wrong. He fought for African rights before World War II. The author of Black Skin, White Mask was...
He fought for African rights. Oh, gosh, family, that's such a great movement. Woo, she put so much detail in that. They don't say nothing. This is Tether babble. He one day on Wednesday, I think it might have been Thursday, and I'm not sure what his name is, but he fought for African rights, and it was at one time around the corner. What the hell does that mean? You ain't got no specifics because you ain't got no truth. Easy. And by the way, did she say the Black Panther Party in the UK, which was completely inspired by the Black Panther Party in the United States of America? So I thought she said that we were inspired by the rest of the world, but she's giving me examples of them being inspired by us. Easy. And by the way, the Black Panther Party in 1966, Bobby Seale and Huey P. Newton, Oakland, California, that was the third Black Panther Party here in the United States of America, because you also have the first Black Panther Party, which was a battalion that fought in the U.S. military. And then you have also the second foundational Black American Black Panther Party that was in the dirty South. Okay, so ain't nobody telling me nothing about no damn UK. Hell no. And you ain't telling me nothing because you ain't got nothing to stand on. And you need to pull that shirt up.
From Martinique, and he also was with like Algeria, and he also campaigned for political liberation. Now there is so many to go over. However, what this is trying to just show you is that there can't be any divide. Like, we're all one people, bro. We must all respect our individual traditions. For example, I am Jamaican. I like that I'm Jamaican. My ancestors, they were African. My national hero, Nanny of the Maroons, she's from West Africa. But we have made a culture of our own. But there's a little bit of xenophobia sometimes going on. There can't be, because we are all one people. The civil rights movement did not start in America.
There's three.
Damn that. Damn that. Damn that. You see what I'm talking about, family? I want everybody to notice that she comes in the gate just completely trying to tell us our history is not ours, but yet they want us to be friends. Didn't we say just a few weeks ago, one of the tactics is that they slander us and then turn around and add some type of fake handshake? You don't want no peace and love. You're trying to undercut us, or at minimum, you want foundational Black Americans to just give you our history. You want us to just hand it over. You ain't getting our history. You ain't getting our history. Hell no. You can't have our future. Hell no. Let me make this clear to the whole world. The reason why these individuals want foundational Black American culture is because of this right here. This is why everybody wants Black American culture. They want Black American culture because they understand they got to go to those type of lengths. They got to pull that off. That's why. Remember, y'all, they want foundational Black American past so they can take foundational Black American future. How do you know this? Is because nobody was interested in foundational Black American past when we were out here by ourselves suffering. How come nobody showed up when foundational Black Americans were out there in said civil rights movement? If so many of these people want to stake in the civil rights movement, where the hell were you then? Where? You can run to my country now. How come you didn't run back then? You can fly here, you can swim here, you can float here. You got all these means and mechanisms to get to the United States of America and pop off. Then how come you didn't do it in the civil rights era? Because you ain't give a damn about foundational Black Americans. That's why. I'm going to tell you why. That's the reason. How come y'all didn't come there in slavery? How come the whole world now can come to America as quick, fast, as a hurry as they possibly can, but didn't nobody want to come to the United States of America when FBA was out here getting it? And then also, how come everybody want to come to America now and be a part of this existence, this exceptionalism, when we start talking about reparations? I've been said it. Reparations is what changed everything, family. If it wasn't for reparations, you wouldn't even have tethers. You notice that the term tether came about the same exact time we started talking about reparations? See, I'm old enough to remember there used to be a time when immigrants came to America and their main thing was telling us how great America was and how Black Americans need to work harder. We was no good. We need to appreciate America. See, they used to tell us that we needed to appreciate this great country. Can we go there? I don't know how old the family is in the building right now. If I got some of my brothers and sisters old enough to remember, certified salute to you. And my young brothers and sisters who may not be aware, let us put you on game. Back in the, say, 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s, the Tether's whole thing used to be Black Americans are not appreciative of America. We need to love America. See, all this stuff about them not wanting us to be American, they weren't like that back in the day. They used to tell us that we need to love America and be a part of America. That's what they used to say. I see y'all. Absolutely. I see y'all. Y'all know what it is. This used to be the notion. The notion used to be that we were unappreciative. We need to work harder, enjoy America. They would lecture us. They'd be like, America give you so much. America is a great land. You don't respect America. I love this country more than you. See, they used to want us to be good Americans. Now, they don't want us to be American at all. See, anybody who's old enough to know they did this destiny swap, but they also threw in some con artists as well. That's what they did, y'all. Now is this notion of don't be American. Back in the old days, it used to be y'all need to love America and be a better American. You feel me? This is how they're coming at it. And FBA, we're snatching it all up. So you got more people coming at us, foundational Black Americans, standing strong, FBA Friday, we in the house, certified Black society. Y'all look at this dude right here. I told y'all, Jamaicans have entered the chat, y'all. And they gonna get that goddamn work. This person right here tells us that we don't know our culture. So the last lady says that foundational Black Americans were inspired by everybody except for ourselves. The lady before her said that the Caribbean's going to connect the Black race. And I say, if that's what y'all want to do, go ahead. And now this guy's saying that we don't know our culture. Can't make this up.
So why is it that Black Americans feel insulted when people refer to them as Africans? The short answer is there's nothing great about Africa, or they weren't taught anything great about Africa growing up. They have no problem being called the real Cushites. They have no problem being called the real Egyptians. They have no problem being called the real Israelite Jews. But ordinary African, ordinary West African, nah, that's an insult. And you know what's funny? Only 25% of Black Americans can trace their ancestry beyond their great-grandparents. But the average...
Whoa, hold the hell up. Did this man just say only 25% of us can trace our lineage beyond our great-grandparents? Family, on this show, I've showed y'all my great-great-grandparents. Where in the hell did he come up with that statistic? Or did he get off of his knees when Chad left, and then did he just come up with what Chad told him to say? That right there is exactly why there ain't no diaspora, there ain't no friends, there ain't no allies, no buddies. This is why we stand on business independently. Where in the hell did you get that? Why are you over here in America, by the way, talking that talk?
West African? Nah, that's an insult. And you know what's funny? Only 25% of Black Americans can trace their ancestry beyond their great-grandparents. But the average FBA would want you to believe that they can trace their ancestry back to slavery in America. Human beings in...
This man just said we can't trace our ancestry back to slavery? Now that's funny because Jamaica is quick to tell us they can trace their history back to slavery. So can the Haitian. So can the African. It's funny, now they're trying to tell us everybody can trace their ancestry back to slavery except for FBA. Y'all know what that means, right? That means I want your reparations money, nigga. You can't trace it to slavery. I can, nigga. That's what he's really trying to tell y'all. Listen very carefully, and every single thing they say has something to do with weaseling their way into our reparations claim. Foundational Black Americans not only can tell you who our great-great-great-great-grandparents are, we can tell you where our great-great-great-grandparents came from, how they met each other, how many kids they had, what plantation they were at. I've been to the plantations in which my ancestry is from. Walk the damn plantation. Y'all may not be able to do that in Jamaica because you can't walk your beach. Let me tell y'all this. Somebody who can't walk on the beach in Jamaica can't tell me about walking on a plantation in America. Black Alpha, #1 activist. I goddamn right said it, and I goddamn right mean it.
FBA would want you to believe that they can trace their ancestry back to slavery in America. Human beings in general like to be associated with greatness. All that Africa did was sold people into slavery. Now, who would want to be associated with that? Now, America, no, that's a great country. That makes us great just by association. No, am I saying that Black people weren't the first set of persons in America? No, I'm most definitely not saying that. Am I saying that individual identity isn't important? No, that's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying that is that stripping us of our identity along with religion was slavery's biggest act.
Nah, hell nah. And notice, fam, at the end, they always do a backtrack. Y'all notice that, right? Am I saying this? Am I saying that? Yeah, we heard what the hell you was just saying, and what you was just saying don't add up. Family, this is the vitriol, the spite, the jealousy, and the envy that they have for foundational Black Americans. That's just a few tethers, okay? Now you got the Jamaicans trying to weasel their way in because they seen exactly what foundational Black Americans been checking for everybody else. This is why we as FBA stand over here independently, because there's no respect. There will never be respect. It is in these people's DNA to disrespect foundational Black Americans. That's just what it is. Basically, they live in a game of disrespect FBA and don't get caught in the process, okay? That's how they're doing. We all know our lineage. That's what's got these people upset. We all know where we came from. That's what's got these people scared. If you didn't know your lineage, your heritage, and your culture, family, these people wouldn't be talking. See, in order to get your reparations, you got to know where you came from. These individuals don't know where they came from, so therefore they know they're not going to get no bag. Now we're dealing with the world of these individuals accept the fact that they ain't getting no damn money. The money's not coming to them. So the fact that they know now that the money's not showing up, what they going to do? Because when they go back to their homelands, all they got in their homelands is ruins, y'all. And they know that we've been seeing everything that's been going on over there. What I just said a second ago, I don't listen to somebody who doesn't even control their own beaches. See, this is the thing, y'all. Foundational Black Americans are always being ridiculed and lectured by people who don't even own their own intellectual property. They don't own nothing. So essentially, we're being ridiculed by people who ain't got a thing. And they think that's going to fly. And then, by the way, these people aren't even from America half the way. These people be hating from the outside. You did. So you can see that. But let me tell you what I see, okay? Because remember, every single thing that they put on the table, every single lie, all the cap, Black Alpha Network, I got a little something for all that, okay? Let me tell you what it is. It's called receipts. And let me put a receipt on the table. While they sitting here talking about foundational Black Americans don't know this and that and the other thing about ourselves, let me tell you what we know about them. I know for a fact that y'all can't even walk the beaches over there is because Chinese people run y'all beaches. So again, somebody who doesn't own what they claim that they have cannot talk to me. Y'all watch this right here. This is what we mean, okay? When I tell you Jamaicans don't own nothing in Jamaica, the same way Haitians don't own anything in Haiti or Africans don't own anything in Africa, you can see it for yourself.
Who can't access Jamaica's white sand beaches? Jamaicans. According to local advocacy groups' calculations, less than 1% of Jamaica's coastline is accessible to the public.
Jamaicans have nowhere for themselves. We are living in between waters and we have no access to a beach.
Norris Arscott has been fishing at his local beach for most of his life. But a company bought the land in front of the beach and built a cement wall around the property. The plan? To build another resort.
We personally have no access to another beach. So we had no choice than to go where they push us. We've been occupying that beach for 70 years. Those beaches was like our playground.
There are approximately 74 public beaches on the island, but many of them are in disrepair, charge daily use fees, or are difficult to access without a vehicle. So now, Norris has to bike 10 kilometers every morning along a busy highway to get to the closest beach where he can fish.
I earn more money if I was fishing here. But what happened, I had to be going and coming to and from St. Lawrence Bay to here to make $1. It's a far, tall journey to do from here at 70 years of age. They are pushing us back. This colonial.
Whoa, they pushing you back? Who's pushing you back? Can we put some names on it? I thought that they knew what they was coming from. I thought they knew everything, fam. It looked like they know where the beaches are. They just can't access them. You can't access the beaches in your homeland, but yet you want to talk about me? It don't work that way. It don't work that way. How about you get your own?
The system is coming right back at us.
He sometimes only makes around $25 selling fish. In comparison, the 2 all-inclusive resorts nearby can cost hundreds of dollars per person per night. Damien Combs lives down the road from Norris. He says his neighbors are also suffering from the lack of income after the beach closure.
So we're looking here at jet skis, which have been parked, so to speak. Some of them are broken. Some of them have damaged engines. They would sell rides to tourists or sell rides to locals. Jet skis put food on the table.
The Caribbean is the most tourism-dependent region in the world. But according to the UN, approximately 80% of all tourism dollars spent in the Caribbean end up leaving the region.
There you go. There you go. They are the biggest tourism, basically, in the Western Hemisphere in the world. And the majority, the mass majority, 80% of it doesn't even go to them, y'all. And remember, the numbers that they tell you are always going to be the low ball, the high ball. So you don't own nothing where you from. And if you don't own anything where you from, then you definitely can't talk to me, because you can say whatever you want to say about foundational Black Americans. Let's make this crystal clear. We own every single thing that we put our energy towards. You're not just going to run up and snatch our stuff. See, the dominant society knows us, and the dominant society knows them. And let me tell you the difference. The dominant society understands that, oh, you can get away with it with these people. You can't do that with foundational Black Americans. I told people in Washington, D.C. at the Rally for Reparations, I said, you may pull that in South Africa. You won't pull that in Southside Chicago, okay? And we can add Alabama to the fray. We can add Mississippi to the fray. We can add the whole East Coast, the West Coast, everything in between. You're not going to run up on us the same way that you be running up on them. And the fact that these people been running around here getting mad that foundational Black Americans have been delineating. See, delineation is what's changing the world. I tell everybody, and I said it previously, life is a highway and FBA throwing the tethers out the car, okay? They don't like the fact that we've been delineating. Delineation brings separation through regulating, get your reparations. They understand all of that. They understand it. So you don't own nothing. You ain't got nothing. But you get so mad when we say that we foundational Black Americans and proud. See, the world wants FBA to be non-American because the world wants Americanism from us. We understand that. But to take that a step further and just mix it in better, y'all, I want y'all to see this right here. This is what they're running with, because a lot of people don't even know that when it comes to delineation, everybody delineates. What do you think the Chinese does? Do they delineate? What do you think Puerto Ricans do? Do they delineate? Everybody in the diaspora has been delineating. They got a problem when FBA delineates and we ain't a part of the diaspora. Somebody tell me where that adds up. And I want y'all to see this right here. Since it was Jamaican independence, I want everybody to notice that a bunch of these Jamaican people been making videos talking about how proud they are to be Jamaican. How would they act if foundational Black Americans said the same thing?
Happy Jamaican Independence Day to all my fellow Jamaicans. We are celebrating our Independence Day because 63 years ago today, on the 6th of August, we became free from the United Kingdom reign and we became an independent country. And I'm so proud of us. Jamaica is such a small island, but we have influence worldwide. Yeah. From the lingo to the hairstyles to the clothes to the white rum, we are influencing this world. And I'm just so happy to be Jamaican. I am so proud to be Jamaican. From the song.
Wait a minute. You happy to be Jamaican? Then how come y'all so mad that I'm a foundational? You see what we talking about. And also notice how they trying to run with our style. Y'all don't influence nobody. You don't even control your homeland. Do I got to show you the man with no teeth who on the beach, who can't speak? No, because these people do not have anything of ownership, but yet you want to talk about what you control.
Songs that you copy, from the lingo that you copy, from the dances that you copy, fling your shoulder, baby, that's Jamaican. Yeah, don't let Leo fool you, baby. That's
boy, she thinks she eating right now. Y'all want to know who really goes over there and mimics Jamaican culture? That's called the Europeaner. Yeah, because they come on over there and they put on fake dreadlocks and y'all love them. They come on over there and they put on all the Jamaican clothes and y'all love them. They drink your drinks. They go to your resorts and you love them. But you ain't got no smoke for them. I tell everybody, the colonizer has never invaded. He's been invited. And they invite those people. Same way she's basically saying they influence the world. It's not influence, homegirl. What it's called is them taking your stuff. And apparently you like it like that.
Jamaican. Stir fry. Stir fry. That's Jamaican. It was a Jamaican man named Robert Rashford that invented the single space capsule to be able to go into space as a single person. A Jamaican invented that. Jamaicans brought you dance hall, reggae, and everything else in my blood clot tween. And I'm so happy to be Jamaican. I wouldn't want to be anything else. But you see my tropical rhythm in the back? Yeah, Jamaican, I'm proud. As a Jamaican, your identity is always trying to be taken away from you, especially when you say, I'm Jamaican, I'm proud. There's always someone in the back. You're from Africa. We know that, but we are still Jamaican and we're proud to be Jamaican. That's just that. Stop with the ignorance. Thank you. I got my good ginger beer in the back. Make sure you're eating good today. Make sure you get your fried chicken, your oxtail, your chicken foot, your callaloo, your ackee and saltfish, whatever, your sweet potato, your dumpling, your yam, whatever you're eating today, make sure you eat it good. I hope it fills your belly nice. God bless us Jamaicans. God bless you. God bless your family. Mwah. I love to be Jamaican and I'm just so happy to be alive. My birthday's in 3 days. This is a...
And I don't give a damn. Listen, family, this is what we're talking about. Everybody check that out right there. Nobody's making no videos upset at that. I ain't seen one person come out and say, hey, that's mean, you being divisive. That's xenophobic. That right there is far more xenophobic than anybody over here on our side. Because remember, FBA, we don't claim to be a part of none of that. So whatever we do, we independent. You ain't got to come over here and worry about what foundational Black Americans are doing, because foundational Black Americans are doing just great. We're doing better than you. See, we own what we own. We create what we create, and it all stays here. Gatekeeping, delineation, separation has done numbers on these people. They just whooped up right now. And now you got a lot of these people coming out and they just taking turns. And FBA guaranteeing it, fam. We putting it all on the line. That you can't come around this lineage, this heritage, and this culture talking that nonsense, because you will be checked fully in the process. The process right now and the game that we on is keeping everything amongst ourselves. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you're from. All disrespect getting checked. That's just how it is. And when you think about what we've been doing as a lineage, as a heritage, and us getting to the bag, there's always a translation involved. And we've been on a winning streak that we're always talking about right here on the Black Alpha Network, right? A big winning streak. Let me tell you about this winning streak. Let me tell you how strong it is. Let me tell you why we got the whole world shook. They understand that what we focus on, we can bring down now. See, there used to be a time where people used to talk and they say things, of the sort like, we need to have some type of code and get people in line. Now everybody's falling in line because they understand FBA's not to play with. We will ruin careers out here. Y'all name me one thing that somebody's done out of pocket that they ain't had to catch. Everybody's getting that work. And if you look right now, the main thing that's going on, we shutting down the whole goddamn diaspora. Ain't nobody doing nothing. They're not popping right now. Let's be real. How that Afro beats work out? Y'all remember just about a year ago, they was telling us Afro beats was going to be this big thing to take over. Do y'all know that stuff hasn't charted in over a year and a half, almost, I think 2 years. It ain't even charted. Nobody's rocking with it. They don't influence nothing. You can say whatever you want on TikTok, but you ain't going to do nothing. You understand that? And there's been all these things to try to get foundational Black Americans on board, but it always ends up with the same exact thing. One of the main things that they so mad about right now, fam, is that FBA, we've been deplatforming tethers. Think about all the tethers who have been platformed and where those platforms were, and think about how we completely canceled them. The Democrats right now, by us ruining that political party, we deplatformed all of their tethers. The tethers have nowhere to go right now. We done stripped out that goddamn rug from underneath them. So the tethers are sitting there looking and going, damn, where can I go to get my tether on? You can't come around FBA. You can't go around the Democrats. We made it not safe, fam. The person who escorted the tethers into our community, we ruined their career. Barack Obama, where's his career at? Kamala Harris, where's her career at? Tethers ain't got nowhere to go because, like I said, we've been deplatforming them. And one of the things that we just did, y'all, that right there. Yep, I'm going to say it. I'm going to make it clear. Foundational Black Americans did that, okay? The BET Hip Hop Awards, fam, has been officially canceled. Don't let nobody tell you anything about suspended. Everybody knows they've been canceled. And why they get canceled, you can simply blame those two individuals right there. Yep. Tether Karma done came in full swing, y'all. Yes, the hell it has. These two individuals been running their mouth about foundational Black Americans for quite some damn time. And now we done made the block hot for them. They ain't got nowhere to go. All them fake awards they was getting, all them fake accolades, the streets don't rock with Fat Joe. The streets don't rock with busted rhymes. Hell no. Everybody knows that's the damn zest monster any damn way. You think somebody who looks like that, acts like that, got FBA love? Hell no. Hell no. So the tethers woke up even more afraid than what they already were. We remember what ended up going down with the whole Essence Fest. Yep. Well, fam, We done took that to another level. Who would have thought that in one summer, foundational Black Americans would ruin the Essence Festival, the BET Hip Hop Awards, and the Soul Train Awards? We got rid of all of those. What do all of those have in common? Tether, tether, tether. So when I tell you that we have deplatformed all of the tethers, they ain't got no home, nowhere to go, no safe haven, that's exactly what I mean. And that's because this era, this generation, certified Black society, oh, we ain't playing no games. No longer are you going to disrespect us over here and then want us to support you over there, okay? The boycotts are real. All the folks out there, they was talking like, what you going to boycott? Now they saying, don't boycott, nigga, I'm sorry. I don't mean nigga, I mean friend, ally. No, call us what you want. Just call us paid. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to call you. I'm going to call you a tether that is officially racially homeless. Everybody, look at this disgruntled tether lady right here. Notice that FBA, we don't give a damn. We out here celebrating that the BET Hip Hop Awards is done because we warned them after the Essence Festival. We warned them when they was running around here talking about Joe Law battles, when they was running around here talking about all Africans matter. We said, y'all be careful. And we said, okay, Hip Hop Awards next. Yep. Soul Train Awards next. Who else want this FBA smoke? We gonna get you. You better watch out. Notice though, the tethers are the only ones upset because Black Americans, we out here saying, good, we don't watch them damn award shows no how. I don't want to see a rapper show up with nipple earrings and fingernail polish. I don't want to see a tether come there and tell us we need to go back to Africa. I don't want to see Kamala Harris and Taraji P. Henson tell us to go vote. Nope. Notice this tether right here is saying we, but really she talking about her damn people.
Congratulations, Black people. And I'm talking about Black people from everywhere, all over the world. Congratulations. You played yourself. You played yourself. Because I would never understand us as Black people, why we don't like anything Black. We are like detrimentals to our own self. Like, I remember back in the days, right? We used to say we don't have no Black TV shows. We don't have no Black this. We don't have no Black that. But then we got it. We got it. The Lord bless us with it. And then guess what we do? Now, because we're so self-hating, Black people, we sit in our miserable house. We don't support. We don't go to. We just sit on the internet and cancel. So congratulations, Black people. Congratulations. We have no...
Who's we? What we you talking about? She thinks she's slick, don't she? Notice though, fam, up here it says Black and brown. And I want y'all to notice down here, she got all the Caribbean flags. This woman's from Liberia. This woman's from Liberia, y'all, okay? Don't let her come out here talking about we Black folks, we did it. No, FBA got that tether energy out the paint. FBA done deplatform y'all tethers. FBA got y'all petrified. Call it what it is, Miss Fufu, Miss Jerk Chicken, Miss Curry Chicken, Miss Jollof. You was running around here thinking it was sweet to steal from us. Now you feeling the heat from us, and you can't sleep because of us. FBA win.
No more BET awards. We have no more hip-hop awards. We have nothing. Rap music is going through the shithole. Like, nobody listens to rap no more like that. You know? So, I guess this is why I'm saying congratulations. We always play ourselves. We do. Because we are so brainwashed to like everything white and nothing Black. I was watching you guys on this.
Oh, fam, you knew they was going to start saying, y'all's accents likes the supremacists. Y'all notice that the tethers always use white people as some type of pawn in their little reverse tether trickeryology. Y'all notice that, fam? Y'all ever notice they're always trying to use us in their trickology? They're always trying to be like, do y'all love white folks now? The people who got colonizers walking up and down their homeland, owning the beaches, want to always use white folks. How come y'all never talk about white folks until you trying to trick Black Americans? If you don't sit down, take the wig off when you do it.
So we do, because we are so brainwashed to like everything white and nothing Black. I was watching you guys on this here internet, And can I even say it's Beyonce internet anymore? Because I feel like Beyonce is going out too.
Oh, no, Boy, they mad at Beyonce. Woo! Shout out to Beyonce. You knew a tether had to throw a shot at Beyonce, right? You see what I'm talking about? What you mean Beyonce going out right now? Beyonce just had the biggest country tour of all time. She, on top of Kendrick Lamar and SZA, had the biggest tours internationally. FBA, we doing real good on the music front. The only people afraid right now are tethers. The only people who ain't selling out are tethers. Y'all got empty stadiums, you got empty logic, you got empty villages and empty homelands, and you got empty pride. Okay, so all that emptiness just got y'all shook. They always want to throw Beyonce in it. You notice that, fam? She go on this whole diatribe, and then she said, I'm thinking about Beyonce too now. Beyonce's got to be bad. No, don't worry about Beyonce. Beyonce right now is generating more money than your whole homeland. And I'm just talking about her. I'm just talking about her tour. Leave Beyonce out of this tether. Nope, you better keep your tether-isms to your tether self.
You know, I could be wrong, but that's how I feel. Like, Black people, why are we like this? But I'm glad you're happy because everything is getting canceled. We're going back into those days where we're not going to have nothing Black for us.
No, I'm sorry, fam. I'm sorry. It's turned up time, okay? Okay, first off, absolutely. Beyonce's out here representing being a Black American. Y'all think it's a coincidence right now that Beyonce is representing Black American culture and her career is at an all-time high? Kendrick Lamar is representing Black American culture and he's on a generational run right now. Okay, you're talking about between Beyonce and Kendrick Lamar, that right there is 3, 4, 5 different genres of music. Y'all notice that we are at an all-time high in this generation. Everything that's Black American is at an all-time high, and everything that is tether is at an all-time low. Okay, that's the difference. Leave Beyonce on out of this, and don't say we not gonna have nothing left. You're not gonna have nothing left. The Essence Festival, gone. BET Hip Hop Awards, gone. The Soul Train Awards that y'all took from us, gone. And you having citizenship, about to be gone.
But why are we like this? But I'm glad you're happy because everything is getting canceled. We're going back into those days where we're not going to have nothing Black for us. Nothing. If our leaders is always eating everything, all the money and stuff, we don't have good leaders. We don't have good role models. We don't have good couple goals.
No, I thought y'all had leaders because y'all influenced us in the civil rights era. Fam, y'all notice now, all them leaders that they talk about they had during the revolution, during the civil rights era that they stole from us, where y'all leaders at now? I thought y'all had good leaders. I thought y'all leaders was holding you down. No, Where are your leaders back in Africa? Where are your leaders in Jamaica and Haiti? Don't talk about your leaders is gone. Don't worry about what I got over here. Our leaders ain't never left. Our riders ain't never left. Our pillars ain't never left. Now I want to know, where are the descendants of all of those Africans and Jamaicans and Haitians that apparently did so many great things for Black America? Nothing you're saying is adding up, and your wig is leaning to the left, okay? It's leaning to the right and the left at the same time, and that's not a good look, Miss Fufu. You need to get it together.
We don't have nothing, because hateful Black people sit home on the internet and just hate all day and just cancel. And then when we open up a business as an individual, oh, I will own car, they don't support. Oh, I will own car. Now you want support?
Now she's throwing in the boycott. Fam, notice that she's saying all these things without saying it. That's a tactic of tethers. Tethers want to say things without really saying it. So that's why we're always talking about tether translation, because, they're cowards. They're not going to say what they really feel. They'll never say it with their chest. Now she's throwing in the boycott. So she's mad at Beyonce. She's mad at the Essence Fest. She's mad at the Hip Hop Awards. She's mad at the Soul Train Awards. Now she's mad at the boycott all in one damn video.
Now you want us there? But when it was other people, what was you doing? You was in your house praying on their downfalls, right? So, okay. So congratulations. No more BET Award. No more Essence.
Nope.
No more Hip Hop Award. I love it. Our black artists probably are gonna starve. I don't know, because what they're gonna do when they can't do shows. What they gonna do? Because we don't have no more black.
What you mean, fam? Did she just say our artists are gonna starve? What? Did you not see Kendrick Lamar? Did you not see SZA's tour? Did you not see at all? Fam, Chris Brown was just down here recently. Did you not see Chris Brown? Chris Brown is touring the world. Let's make this clear. Chris Brown right now, Kendrick Lamar right now, Beyonce right now, hell, NBA Youngboy right now, they're touring the world. What you mean our artist is going to starve? They's not going to have nothings. You must mean Tyler, whose album just came out and flopped. Yeah, remember Tyler, the one that was running around here acting like she was Aaliyah? Well, her album just flopped, y'all. It jumped off of a 72-story building, all right, and did not land on its feet. Checkmate. You mean Burna Boy, the guy who came and went, and now he running around here in thongs? Is that what you're talking about? Don't talk about FBA. See, this is the definition of a tether. She keeps saying things that apply to her people, but she's trying to put the jacket like it's our people. None of that applies to us. This is why we got to sit here and roast, y'all. Because if you don't say nothing, they ain't going to say nothing. You don't do nothing, they won't do nothing. They'll lead you to believe that this applies to Black Americans. None of that applies to Black Americans based on the statistical data and all of the ticket sales. Your people is going to suffer. What you mean, what are the artists going to do? Shit, our artists going to do what they always did. Be innovative, break records, sell out tours. Your artist is going to flee, they're going to flop, they're going to fall. Easy.
So, okay. So, congratulations. No more BET Award. No more Essence. No more Hip Hop Award. I love it. Our black artists probably are going to starve. I don't know, because what they're going to do when they can't do shows. What they're going to do? Because we don't have no more black venue. You don't want nothing for us. And I just wish that black people could come on this app and really tell the truth, right? Y'all don't want to see black people prosper. It's not the white man this time. It's not.
Oh, fam, you knew it was coming. You tell me the Tether video where they do not big up the white man. Family, in every single video, y'all see the trend? Y'all see the pattern? Family, you can't find me one video without them saying, the white man wouldn't do it. Man, why would you say that about the white man? Y'all acting like the white man. If the white man was here, he wouldn't do it. Do y'all hear their massive love in all of their videos? They can't hide that massive love. It's popping out of their pores. It's jumping off her wig right now. You see all that massive love jumping off her damn wig? Y'all see that? Massa running this way, Massa running that way, Massa's wife right there, to go Massa's kids. Everything they do, they'll do a 10-minute video. And at that last minute, they'll get to 9 minutes, y'all, and they'll be like, oh, and by the way, the white man, it's not his fault. The white man wouldn't do that now. These people love the dominant society. They can't even make a 2-minute TikTok video without expressing they love, they fetish, they obsession with Brad, Chad, Karen, and Ken. This is exactly why there ain't no diaspora, just poor people in the diaspora. And FBA over here getting paid.
I don't know, because what they're going to do when they can't do shows. What they're going to do? Because we don't have no more black venue. You don't want
no more black venue. Notice what she's saying. I told y'all, here through all the tether babble, FBA, we got all types of venues. You don't have one. So what you're really saying, and we see through everything, is that y'all afraid you don't have no more venues. What do you call that, family? That's the Essence Festival. She right now is telling everybody she's scared because FBA ruined the Essence Festival. She right now is saying she's afraid because FBA ruined the BET Bussy Entertainment Awards, which was nothing but tethers. That was the Bussy Entertainment Tethers, BET. That's exactly what it is. She's telling you. She's admitting it. If you listen and you know how to train your eyes and ears, then you can hear the fear coming from her, and she's admitting it.
Nothing for us. And I just wish that black people could come on this app and really tell the truth. Right? Y'all don't want to see black people prosper. It's not the white man this time. It's not. It's not, oh, whitey doesn't want to see us prosper and stuff. Black people don't want to see black people prosper.
No. Translation. FBA don't give a damn, and FBA ain't inviting everybody in right now. That right there was anti-delineation. That was delineation fear right there. Y'all heard that, right? What she was really saying is black people, they're really trying to basically say y'all black Americans. That's what she's trying to tell us. She really means y'all black Americans ain't sharing with us. Y'all black Americans ain't playing fair. You got to understand, a tether has a toddler mentality, okay? So tethers basically, whenever they talk, they're basically trying to tell FBA, y'all's not playing fair. Y'all supposed to share everything. They are so dependent on black Americans that they will truly throw tether temper tantrums. And that's exactly what that was. That was a tether temper tantrum where she's trying to tell FBA that we need to play fair because Kamala Harris and Barack Obama promised that they can come here and get access to all of our goods. And now they can't get those goods because, you know, we ruined them. So now what do? They make these tantrum videos. Every time she said black, she was basically saying black Americans. That's what she's doing. But she's kind of caught in between a tether and a hard place, okay? Let me tell you why. She can't call us out exclusively because if she does, that ruins the whole we all black brother. See, the tethers are in a situation right now. They did it to themselves. I see you tethers, and I know tethers be listening, okay? And by the way, all y'all little tether trolls, quit stalking me, okay? A tether basically is a stalker. Take my damn picture out your phone, okay? That we don't do that around here. Real men don't do that. Take my picture out your phone. It's kind of, fruitcake. However, tethers be running around here now, and I do mean that, fam. You got tethers literally that be screenshotting us and all kinds of stuff. Take my picture out your phone, all right? Okay, get you a woman. I know over there y'all like to do the mud pie fruitcakes, okay? Well, you take them fruit roll-up mud pies and keep them over there, and don't be out here screenshotting FBA men. We don't do that. Go get you a woman. I heard Miss Fufu is available from 12 to 8 o'clock, all right? In between her Joloffs. Checkmate. Now, what you listen to and what you hear when these individuals talk is they're basically trying to tell foundational black Americans to play nice, to play fair. But they're in between a situation where they got to straddle the fence. They got to maintain this we all black, brother, but they don't really want to be black anyway. So how do they convince us on both sides? You can't. There's no side to convince. This is what it is. Let's make this clear, y'all. Everything that's going on right here in the United States of America in terms of us, we're doing it at an all-time high. Kendrick Lamar, SZA, Chris Brown. Chris Brown was just down the block. I heard it was a phenomenal show. Okay, Beyonce, phenomenal show. You don't hear about Tyler and none of these people. They're not doing nothing. The albums is flip-flopping and going down bad. So this is why they're so afraid right now of what's going on with the BET Awards. And she just told you, they've been deplatformed, okay? And now let me show y'all. That right there was tether language. Let me show y'all how black Americans feel. I want y'all to see the flipping energy. Black Americans, we don't give a damn about that because we know that these people have infiltrated our culture. We understand that BET does not mean black entertainment television. It means bussy entertainment tethers. We understand that. Black Americans, we left that a long time ago. We ain't on none of that time because we got tired of people telling us to vote blue, go back to Africa, and it became this big lecture. We see enough of that already. Y'all look at the difference in energy when you start seeing black Americans talking. We don't give a damn about none of that. We've been off of that train. Y'all watch this.
So the BET Awards has been canceled. I don't know about y'all, but I'm happy. Because you know what? BET has never held my attention the way it used to back in the day. I miss Channel 63 BET. When the BET Awards aired back in the day, oh honey, the whole family will get together just to watch the BET Awards show. You knew it was going to be popping. All the veteran singers and actors, what have you. I think the last BET Awards show that I truly was into, and I think it just fell off after that, was when Patti LaBelle sang at the Prince tribute.
Girl, they're talking about BET has made an announcement that they are going to cancel the Hip Hop Awards and the Soul Train Awards. Girl, you know what I say? Shit, it's about time. I don't know what took them so damn long. I know I ain't the only one that felt like that those hip hop awards was bap. Okay? This shit ain't been hitting in years. All right? Even the crowd be dry. Like, I don't even know. You know, I told my husband just last year, I was like, I'm scared to even watch the shit. He said, why you say that? I said, because I feel like we all feel like we have to watch it because we're supporting BET because it's black entertainment television and we're black. So we feel like we got to support it. I said, but it's just bap. It's boring. You know, the old school people they have on there be doing better than the damn new school people.
Of course, they canceled the BET Awards.
Y'all see the difference in energy, right? The same difference of energy that you see about this right here is the same difference of energy that you see on everything. Foundational Black Americans are right here. Tethers are way the hell over there. We don't give a damn.
Think about what you've been watching lately on BET. Black entertainment television hasn't been entertaining or good television in a long time. So what really happened? Well, BET suspended the shows indefinitely. They're saying, well, we might find another spot, another audience for it, but it's not fitting our show anymore, or audiences. What do they mean by that if it's BET? Well, remember, BET isn't owned by Black people anymore.
This is why the BET Awards, Soul Train Awards, Hip Hop Awards, all that, this is why it's failing. And I'm just calling what it is. And I've been saying it. Nobody has been catching on to the tweets. Back in the day, we could tell who's running it now. Because back in the day, they used to listen to us heavy on that social media with things. We got a lot of things that we wanted. Okay. One thing about it, BET, Hip Hop, Soul Train, and just regular BET Awards have always been a Black family reunion for all of the social medias. Regardless if it was Facebook popping at the time, Twitter popping at the time, Instagram popping at the time, all of them popping at the time.
That's how it used to be. That's how it used to be. See, family, what everybody's got to understand is that the foundational Black American family tree, our family reunions, they're not just about a reunion where we all get together for the summertime. We do those too. But we got so many gatherings that are family reunion style. The cookout. You can have a cookout on a regular day. All right. Half the time with my family, we didn't even sit there and say everybody's going to fly in on this day and we're going to have one big cookout. A lot of times with my family, it was simply, hey, what y'all doing on Sunday? Man, I'm off at 5. Shit, go ahead and come on over. This is what we're doing. That's what the award shows used to be. We understand people who have been exploiting our foundational Black American legacy without giving us anything in return. We simply sit back and we watch. How many withdrawals have you taken and how many deposits have you made? And these people don't make no deposits to our culture. It's just withdrawal after withdrawal after withdrawal. It's mass exploitation, all right? And shout out and much respect and rest in peace to Afeni Shakur. She said, we all live with exploitation every day. And the thing is that foundational Black Americans, now we're in a position to say that exploitation is over with. We're going to go how we want to go. And we've been watching these people completely infiltrate our culture. Completely. Y'all remember when James Brown and Michael Jackson were on the same stage? See, this is FBA stuff. They gave us Tyler and Burner Boy. Man, nobody want that. You better get the hell up out of here. They did the same exact thing with the Essence Festival that they did with the BET Awards. Man, we don't give a damn about none of that. Foundational Black Americans, let me tell you what we know. We know our culture. We know our culture. And if your culture is not matching our culture, you got to go. You got to go. And I'm loving it. This is all the after effects of gatekeeping, y'all. Gatekeeping has got these people so afraid. Gatekeeping's got these people crashing out. Gatekeeping's got these people petrified, making TikTok videos. We're now, and I'm safe to say this, and I'm going to say this very bold, y'all. Right now, we're living in the second wave of delineation. And what's the second wave of delineation? It's absolute, utter fear. These people are afraid. Y'all got to understand this. And I say this all the time, and I'm saying this. I'm putting my heart into this. Feel me. We are genuinely getting rid of all of these ops, whether they're organizationally, whether they're political, they're social, whether they're individuals. It does not matter. We're identifying who has been exploiting our culture, who has given us no deposits, only withdrawals, and we're simply shutting it down. And we're doing it in our own way. While they're trying to get us to go have these fake boycotts and protests to benefit them, we said we ain't doing that. Boycott what? Target? Because of what? DEI? DEI benefits white women. That ain't about FBA. You trying to trick FBA to go save white women. Yep. You trying to trick FBA to go save tethers. Everything they tell us to do is some means to make us do the labor so we can benefit someone else. Now we're saying we ain't doing nothing for none of them. We done pull that tether plug out the wall. We done pull that Democratic plug out the wall. You put them together, you got the tether crack. All that stuff that got pulled out the wall. They sit in the house and they ain't paid their light bill. And we don't give a damn because we shining without the sun. Okay? This is how FBA is going. And now everybody is so afraid they breaking down. And if you watch and you observe, you tell me the person that's been hating on FBA and it ain't went bad for him. ABK, anti-Black karma. And when I tell you anti-Black karma comes, fam, oh, it comes. And it is not friendly. It's not turning the other cheek. It ain't marching on Selma. Anti-Black karma is reflective of anti-black hatred getting eradicated. That's what it is. So your anti-black hatred will be eradicated. Your anti-black hatred will be dismissed, and foundational black Americans in this generation will make it happen. People don't believe it. Come and see it. How many of y'all seen Busta without the rhymes, y'all? Yep. Have things went bad for Busta Rhymes? Do y'all remember when Busta Rhymes was trying to tell us that hip-hop belongs to Latinos, that black Americans don't have no culture? If we gonna sit here and talk about the Essence Fest from a year ago, let me tell you what happened. My brothers and sisters in Louisiana ran Busta Rhymes the hell up out of that building. Yep. Busta Rhymes and Fat Joe every single day have been getting checked because of foundational black Americans. And do y'all know it happened again over this weekend? I see the ABKs in the chat. I see y'all. Let me tell y'all what happened. Busta got a fake Hollywood Walk of Fame star that he paid for. Nobody was there. I heard the numbers was low. The turnout was low. He thought he was going to go do a show. And in the middle of the show, them Ghost of Essence Fest last year popped up. The Ghost of FBA G-Checking popped up. And he had a total meltdown on stage. Microphone check did a number on him. Watch this.
What happened, sweetheart? I mean, that's what the fuck we do. Don't get an attitude. What the fuck you get an attitude for? We came here to put on a good show. What the fuck is wrong? Enjoy the fucking show. Give me your attitude. Fuck out of here. Fuck that! Fuck that! Are we good, Scratch?
What the hell? Fam, I'm not making this up. This ain't no AI. No. This is real. Live. Busta crashing out. Y'all see what happens when you disrespect FBA in the land that our ancestors created? Let me tell you, the ancestors is putting in overtime. I done ran out of numbers, fam. What we started off with, Lake Lanier, the Nottoway Plantation, the FBA G-Checking, and the Fat Joe and Busta Rhymes curse is in full effect. The curse got him cursing.
Fuck that! Are we good, Scratch? Ask Rich. I don't see and I don't believe, and I don't fuck that. If I gotta cut a song or two to stay in the curfew, fine. But we gonna get this shit fucking right. If you give it to me, I give it to you. I know what you want. Stop again. You are not singing my shit loud enough. You think when we did this fucking video, I want this shit to keep what we doing. Back to the fucking top. Let's sing this shit loud. Stop. Where's the visuals at? What the fuck we doing?
He cussing out the whole stage. He cussing out his whole team. He cussing out everybody in the audience. This man is angry. Somebody get on the phone a tether therapist and send them to Busta Rhymes. His energy is so defeated and deflated. Y'all see this man? This man cussing out everybody. This ain't the only video, fam. Watch this. He cusses out the rest of the crowd. He tells everybody he's going to keep starting the song. He started the song 6 different times, and people started leaving.
Hey, yo, Keith, what we doing? It goes to 1, 2, motherfucking 3. Let's go. What's the fuck going on?
They leaving.
Should we do?
Okay, should we go? Yeah, should we go? Yeah, should we go? Yeah, should we go? Yeah.
Damn! Look at them turning around, y'all. Look at the people in the crowd. They saying hell no. Look at them, they leaving. Everyone's fed up at this point. Look at old buddy. He turned around. He said, "Man, get the hell up out of here. Get the hell up out of here." He leaving. The crowd's leaving, fam. They said, "Should we go?" Yep.
Okay, should we go? Yeah, should we go? Yeah, should we go? Yeah, should we go? Yeah.
He's not done.
Stop.
He's still cussing.
Where's the visuals at? What the fuck we doing? Fuck y'all doing?
Sorry, ladies, we can't give it to you half-assed.
Exactly. We're gonna do this right.
Yeah. We gotta get
Hey, yo, Rich and Keith. Sing that shit louder.
He's still mad. You can't tell me that FBA ain't got underneath his skin. You can't tell me he ain't frustrated, broke down, meltdown, crashing out. This is the Essence Festival Part 2, y'all. And all the people in the crowd, they know that FBA ran him out the paint, so now they doing the same damn thing. Don't nobody like you, Buster.
Hey, yo, Rich, I need y'all to make sure that the visuals is in sync. What we doing? Keith, what we doing? Back to the fucking top. Let's sing this shit loud.
Nobody's saying nothing. Fam, he's trying to do the all the ladies say, all the fellas say. Listen to how quiet everybody is. Nobody's chanting along with him. They literally gave him no damn response. Listen to this, fam. This man is done.
Back to the fucking top. Let's sing this shit loud. Stop again. For real, Keith? You know I'm not recording this song no more.
Damn!
What happened, sweetheart? I mean, that's what the fuck we do. Don't get an attitude. What the fuck you get an attitude for? We came here to put on a good show. What the fuck is wrong?
Nah, you got the attitude, Buster. You got the damn attitude. You see what happened? FBA did that. Make it very clear for the world. Foundational Black Americans are the reason why he's done. We never rock with Busta Rhymes. You was running around here for a long time, Busta, and you was acting like you was a New Yorker who was a Black American. And then when things changed and it got a little clear, then you start to flip-flop and start hitting everybody with that Jamaican. Start hitting everybody with that. We's the ones who really built this thing. Notice with the first 3 Jamaicans I showed you earlier, saying that we were influenced by them during the Civil Rights era cap. We can't count our grandparents cap. Now Busta Rhymes add him to that fray, and all of them have been put in a place. Y'all see him crashing out right now. That is all because FBA. See, let me make this clear, y'all. People know when foundational Black Americans don't rock with you, the world follows. See, let me tell y'all this. They don't like the fact that we have influence. Damn that fake influence that people talk about. FBA, foundational Black Americans, we are the most influential people on the planet Earth. If you ever travel this planet, you gonna see somebody mimicking a foundational Black American. I don't give a damn if you go to Asia, you go to Europe, somebody running around there acting like they us, right? And by that power, everyone knows when we go, they go. Them W's are sitting back watching, and they saying, Black Americans don't rock with Busta, so I'm not gonna rock with Busta. Fat Joe, Black Americans don't rock with him, so we're not gonna rock with him. They don't like the fact that foundational Black Americans, simply by not rocking with you, everybody else is gonna do the same thing. There are different people on the planet that sit back and see what FBA likes, and then they'll like it. See what FBA doesn't like, and then they won't like it. So that's what scares people. The fact that we can influence who other people like. We can influence who other people support. We don't support Busta Rhymes, they won't support Busta Rhymes. We don't support the Democratic Party. They won't support the Democratic Party. Do you think it's a coincidence that the very same time the Democrats had one of their lowest performances and they were beaten in a landslide is the same time that Black Americans quit voting for them? Once Black Americans say we're not rocking with you, we're not your only problem you got to deal with. You got to deal with everybody else who comes after that and says, you know what? Me neither. So this is why all of them W's in that audience, they sitting there saying, oh shit, Black Americans ain't rocking with Busta. Boo, we ain't there. And now the fear is coming. Now they're afraid. Now they're in here terrified. But let's go down the timeline. That's what I like to do right here on the Black Alpha Network, fam. This all started when Busta Rhymes opened his mouth and he said that we ain't got no culture. You said Black Americans ain't got no culture, and it ain't been the same. Family, things have not been the same for Busta Rhymes ever since he disrespected Black Americans. His career has went further down the drain. He's getting lawsuits left and right. He's getting dropped from tours. Fam, you can look. That FBA delineation effect, that domino effect, that aftershock is affecting everybody's careers. It does not matter. You name the person, you name the place. If they disrespect our lineage, they all are feeling the heat. And it's been a chain of events that have been horrible for Busta Rhymes ever since he opened his mouth. He should have never said nothing. If Busta Rhymes never said nothing about FBA, if he would have just kept his mouth closed, if he would have showed us praise and respect, if he would have acted like the visitor that he is to our culture, everything would have been cool. But no, just like a good tether, he had to run his damn mouth. And ever since he ran his mouth, This is what ended up happening to Busta Rhymes. This right here, family, is what I talk about. It is the RIB, resting in bushmeat, Busta Rhymes' career.
People, but even here in the United States, where the multicultural, because the U.S. ain't got no culture. They shit is all our shit. A bunch of our shit is what makes the U.S. whatever you want to call it. We still don't know what that culture is for the U.S., but the U.S. ain't got no culture. They shit is all our shit. A bunch of our shit is what makes the U.S. whatever you want to call it. We still don't know what that culture is for the U.S., but in the urban community, you know, the Latino and the West Indian has the greatest influence, and we've always had, and we'll always will, and it's just been that way. So I've actually been influenced by the Latino community, which allows me to feel that much more comfortable putting my West Indian influence in my music.
Thank you.
Soon as he said that, empty seats at the Essence Fest. But wait, there's more. It goes downhill even further than that.
Excuse me, brother. Hey, yo, fuck them camera phones too. Let's get back to interacting like humans. Put them weird ass devices down. I ain't from that era. Them shits don't control the soul. Fuck your phone. Thank you very much. I will point every last one of y'all out until y'all asses is up. These 3 years of doing this shit, I ain't used to niggas sit down at my show. I don't give a fuck. Get your ass up now. This my first time. This my brother's first time. This my other brother's first time. That's right. Make me feel like we home. That's right. Make me feel like we home.
If people are choosing to sit down and go through their phone during your concert, that's your problem.
Say he don't like the end. You can't make people get up and like your music, man. Older. But my point is, Busta Rhymes, why are you even going to the Essence Festival to perform? Then you say magically melanated, aka black people in America don't have any culture. Didn't you say that about us?
Woo! The family pulling out receipts. FBA don't forget a thing. We heard it. Now you got to atone for it, Busta. Even the brothers and sisters in Louisiana, all across the nation, they caught you. Trust me, you getting paid back.
I'm so tired of you melanated people from outside of America always having something negative or disparaging to say about us here in America.
So we have a little bit of a hiccup in tour season right now. Busta Rhymes quietly canceled his Blockbuster tour just a week before it was supposed to start.
Busta Rhymes' highly anticipated Blockbuster tour got canceled just 1 week before it was set to begin. Yes, you heard it right. This tour was not just another event, but a beacon of hope and excitement for many. Just when everyone was ready to groove to the beats of Busta Rhymes, the news of the cancellation came as a shock.
Busta Rhymes is shaking, and Busta, you too old for this. I'm disappointed. Busta Rhymes had to turn himself into jail today. Yes.
Stop. FBA ain't got no culture. That culture's our stuff. I'm from Jamaica. Immediately following that, they done got you with the Essence Festival. Booed you out the damn building. Yep. You got your tour canceled. Yep. You got arrested. Yep. And just 3 days ago, you was getting booed off stage. Yep. FBA payback, ABK.
Real live NYPD jail because he done put his hands on his assistant. There's a lot to the story.
I don't see how you can hate from outside the club. You can't even get in.
Damn! Even Mayo Melissa's talking reckless about you. Busta Rhymes was caught not being able to get access to the club. And do you know Mayo Melissa is making TikTok videos making fun of him? I told y'all, they watch what FBA does. They like who FBA likes. And if FBA roasts you, then guess who else is going to? Mayo Melissa and Meth Head Matthew.
Live NYPD jail because he done put his hands on his assistant. There's a lot to the story.
I don't see how you can hate from outside the club. You can't even get in.
Damn. Family, let me tell you something. If I'm ever in a situation where I'm crashing out publicly this bad, and Mayo Melissa is making videos about me, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look in that damn mirror and I'm gonna do some soul searching. And that's exactly what we making them do, soul searching. And Buster's walking around with a defeated mentality, you know, just like a tether. Damn, she said, how you gonna get in the club? You can't even get in. She done put down the meth pipe to give Buster that work. You know it's a bad day. Because one thing we know about them, fam, they love that damn meth pipe. And if the meth pipe get put on the damn table, then Buster, they laughing at you. They laughing at you big time, Buster. You done turned out to be the Buster, okay? And that's because you disrespected FBA. Oh, by the way, y'all remember he made that Walmart commercial. But I want y'all to see the chain of events of him talking reckless about FBA and how the ancestors been handing out that ABK. We put in work. The ancestors put in work. We all put in that work. So now these people are crashing out in the process. And I'm not done. We don't hide. We don't run. We out here. We on one. You know, a party ain't a party if we don't come. More footages came out of Busta Rhymes getting into altercations with people, and he's upset and angry. He didn't have that same anger when he was saying 50-50 hip-hop. He didn't have that same anger when he was talking about the Caribbean. More people are witnessing this. Footage exposed. Buster done.
Y'all talking at the same time. Shut up, man. Shut up. Son, stop filming me. You're being selfish. Stop being selfish. Stop. Stop. A lot of people here. Stop being selfish. Spread the love. Spread the fucking love.
Busta Rhymes.
I love you. All y'all gotta stop talking to me though. Like, let's be practical. Let's be realistic.
Okay.
Freeze. Fam, look at the comments. Look at the comments, fam. And tell me, are these comments not exactly what we be saying? You cannot deny that foundational Black Americans exposing this man got everybody roasting him. Look at this. Busta is going through a menopause. They clowning all that zesty monster talk. Family, how in the hell does the dominant society know about the zest monster? That's all because of FBA. There they go. FBA is the one who called out the zest monster. Now the dominant society is calling out the zest monster. They say he going through a menopause. This ain't Black folks saying this. Nah, look at that. Now look at this one. That attitude plus that outfit is done. Damn. They continue to roast old Buster. We gonna get to the whole game, fam. We gonna see exactly what everybody's saying about Mr. Busta Rhymes. Check this one out right here. He should be happy people are coming up to him. Someone else said, yep. Then look at the next one. Clown, he is a clown. Damn. Exactly why I don't praise celebrities. Nobody's rocking with Busta Rhymes. That man said menopause. That's too damn funny. I'm gonna remember that one for a long time. Here we go. Check this out. Damn, man, there was a point in time when this is what we prayed for. Damn, he's sassy anyway. Zest monster alert. Zest monster alert. There they go. Now everybody talking about his zestiness. Damn, these are a bunch of meth heads. This ain't even Black folks. Damn, let's proceed. This is what happens when you disrespect FBA. What's wrong with this man? Relax. Damn. He stayed with an attitude with his fans. This Buster from Halloween Resurrection. God damn, that's cold. Damn. How rude. He really act like a Buster these days. Damn. A celebrity being frustrated automatically. He's sassy as well. Buster always. Another he's sassy. Someone called him an a-hole. He been right there. There you go. Fam, that's what I want y'all to see. I got it. Yes, we in here. 3.1 thousand deep. Everybody smash the like button. Look what this person said. He's been acting way different lately. Something's up. That was said by the Dow. And the next person said, yep. Damn. So even everybody else is saying that he's had a change of attitude, a change of demeanor. My foundational Black American brothers and sisters who are in the chat right now, I wonder what that could be. Is it just foundational Black Americans putting in work? Is it just the ancestors dishing out that karma? And now the whole world is seeing it, even in comment sections on TikTok. Everybody's saying, he been acting ways different lately. What could it be? It's called ABK. You disrespect this lineage, you will get checked. You disrespect this lineage, you will get embarrassed. You disrespect this lineage, they're going to pull out them zest monster receipts. And it looks exactly that way. The man's energy is completely deflated. He don't act the same way. Remember all of that smug look he had? Remember all that energy he had when he was talking about us? You don't see that no more. Nope. Right there. It never fails with him. Uh-huh. Now they're pulling out old receipts. I never forgot 20 years ago at Harlem Week. The old Harlem, this girl said hello to him, and he spazzed on her. Damn. Now they're going down the list calling you out. He was wrong for that. He talks crazy. Uh-huh. He got expected at the Grammys. Buster sounds like Ray Romano's brother from Everybody Loves Raymond. Damn, that's cold. I hate when celebrities act this way. Honestly, he should be thankful he's even still relevant to come to these places. Uh-huh. He needs his fun boy. No. Pull that back. He needs his fun boy. Damn, Buster. You getting people in the damn TikTok comment section hitting you with the Zest Monster alert, Zest Monster alert, Zest Monster alert. Damn, bruh. Uh-huh. In 98, you was the man, bruh. What the F happened to you? And now you're starting to see him also pop up doing these little award shows, and he's having these little ceremonies in the back. But I want to point out something for everybody. He was out here dancing around with Split Star, and he stopped the crowd as well. But y'all know I see something in the audience, and it's the reason why everybody is roasting these people. Freeze. Right there. BET. Bussy Entertainment Tethers. Y'all see? This is a backstage event right here. Y'all know he can't come on stage. Think about it. I showed y'all him on stage at the Essence Festival. Our brothers and sisters in Louisiana ran him out the building. I showed you him just 3 days ago. They booed him off stage. He got to perform backstage with people, and they clowning him here. They said, Buster said what? And if you see, it's BET. And if you know, BET's done. And if you watch, all the Tethers are upset and angry because they can't go run into BET no damn more. Family, even if it's a BET sign in the back of a weak-ass, broke-down Busta Rhymes performance where there's two people in the crowd and the Zest Monster is lurking, Black Alpha's going to see it. And I'm going to put the receipt on the table. And we're going to laugh and we're going to roast because FBA, we woke up winners. And they woke up as, I am a no good at swimming, so therefore I am going to be a sinner. Okay? That's what we doing out here. You see how it is. They know what it is. And that little BET can't protect them no more because this FBA energy is too damn strong and we got it going on and we only bringing them home. That's what we doing out here. Y'all see it, fam? Check it out. Okay? The receipts been rolling in. They've been crashing in. And check this out, family. I got a little more. Uh-huh. Y'all remember when Busta Rhymes got arrested a few months ago? How many of y'all remember that? Busta Rhymes got arrested because he threw his phone or something. Boy, he be mad at phones, don't he? Y'all in Louisiana got this man so mad that if somebody got a phone around him, he get mad. The phones got this man having PTSD. He got PTSD from phones. Goddamn. Well, his assistant, he threw a phone at his assistant. He was mad at his assistant. And his assistant ended up going to the law and getting Busta Rhymes arrested. Well, guess what happened after that, good brothers and sisters? Just this week. Look at the date, y'all. Just this week, after Busta Rhymes got his Hollywood Walk of Fame star that no one gave a damn about, Busta Rhymes ended up getting a lawsuit of over $6 million for workplace assault. So how did Busta Rhymes celebrate his Hollywood star on the Walk of Fame? He celebrated it with getting booed off the stage, and he celebrated it with a $6 million lawsuit. I be damned. Not to mention the damn Essence Festival from a few months ago. Foundational Black Americans, we only tell these people to get their act together. They make the decisions whether they want to or not. And if they decide that they want to disrespect, then they are going to have to cut that check. And it looks like his is going to be about $6 million. And you know, by the lack of attendance at his shows, he's not earning those type of finances. So bam, that's how he celebrated everything. And it came back full circle. And when I tell you, family, that they're turning on Busta Rhymes and they watch what Black Americans do, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Even a broke down bootleg T-Move Kim Kardashian wannabe says that she don't like Busta Rhymes neither. Busta Rhymes, you need some help and help yourself. because foundational Black Americans are like nobody else.
I think it's so funny that people are posting all these videos of Busta Rhymes being rude at Heart Summer and like yelling on the mic, because if you're from LA, you've seen this at a club before. Like, that is one person that doesn't need a mic. Okay, please, please, please stop giving Busta Rhymes a fucking mic. It's so annoying. I have literally seen him stop the club prime time, 1 a.m. to get on the mic and just fucking yap and yap. And he'll have the DJ play the same song over and over and over to the point where people were leaving the club. Like, I've seen this at multiple venues, okay? And he'll yell at the crowd for not paying attention. Like, bro, nobody wants to be lit in the club at 1 a.m. listening to Busta Rhymes yelling on the mic, okay? Like, please stop giving that man a mic. I think it's so—
Damn! Timu Kardashian. Bootleg Kardashian. She said she don't like you neither. God damn, Busta. I gotta see that one more time. One more time for your mind.
so funny that people are posting all these videos of Busta Rhymes being rude at Heart Summer and like yelling on the mic, because if you're from LA, you've seen this at a club before. Like, that is one person that doesn't need a mic. Okay, please, please, please stop giving Busta Rhymes a fucking mic. It's so annoying. I have literally seen him stop the club prime time, 1 a.m. to get on the mic and just fucking yap and yap. And he'll have the DJ play the same song over and over and over to the point where people were leaving the club. Like, I've seen this at multiple venues, okay? And he'll yell at the crowd for not paying attention. Like, bro, nobody wants to be lit in the club at 1 a.m. listening to Busta Rhymes yelling on the mic, okay? Like, please stop giving that man a mic. I think it's so funny that people—
Damn, even Timu Kardashian doesn't like you, Busta Rhymes. It's a wrap for you. Your career is over. You should have never talked about FBA because you knew you was lying. Fam, is it safe to say that microphone check won? Is it safe to say that? I like to say that microphone check was the winner, okay? Because all these people have been G-checked. And his career is over. So he's yelling at people. And by the way, do y'all know that they're writing articles right now about the lawsuit that he's facing? And what is the dominant society calling him? They're calling him the Break Your Neck rapper. Yeah, that's what they're calling him. Now, Break Your Neck was a song that he had that really wasn't even one of his bigger songs. But y'all see what they're doing there, right? So the dominant society's turning on him. And I seen somebody saying, well, there were a bunch of white people in the crowd. Busta Rhymes basically always had a white audience because Black Americans never really rock with him. So let's not make it look like it was just a bunch of white people in the crowd who didn't like Busta Rhymes. No, no, no. White folks have always been his main audience because he made a bunch of goofy music anyway. His audience really wasn't too different than Eminem's. So them same white folks who were in the crowd booing him used to be his audience. That same Timu Kardashian right there talking was somebody who used to listen to him. But nobody likes you if FBA doesn't like you. Nobody supports you if FBA doesn't support you. The thing that's got everybody so afraid and the thing that folks cannot stand is the fact that foundational Black American influence goes all the way across the world. Foundational Black American influence goes all the way across the industry. And apparently, foundational Black American influence will have your ass out of a job. And there's a lot of people who are being placed out of their jobs. And he's not the only one. Family, can we talk about Flab Joe for a minute? I would like to talk about Fat Joe because he's somebody else who made a horrible decision to talk about foundational Black American energy. And when you talk about us, we will see you. Well, guess what, y'all? Fat Joe has had a horrible, and I do mean horrible, string of luck as of late. Why has he had it? It's because he also has been disrespecting foundational Black American culture. So if you name everybody who's disrespected us and you look at all the chain of events and things that have happened to them, it has all been down bad. Rewind yourself to a year ago. I want everybody to rewind yourself to a year ago and remember when these people were trying to tell us that Black American culture really belonged to them. And now I want you to think about every bad thing that has happened to them afterwards. it hasn't been good at all. Fat Joe resigned. Yes, he did, from the BET Awards. And then Fat Joe ended up getting him a lawsuit. Do you mean to tell me that Busta Rhymes and Fat Joe are both facing multi-million-dollar lawsuits? And these were the same guys that disrespected FBA? But can we go down the chain of events that led to this? You goddamn right we will. Fat Joe opened his mouth and he cursed himself. And the ancestors were listening. Let me tell y'all, Black Americans, we may not say nothing, but the ancestors are watching. Watch what happened to him after the disrespect.
And so when hip hop started, it's Latino and Black half and half. But they going at me because I'm like the only Spanish dude, like really with a big voice. And Latinos wasn't there. You was invited. You are a specimen. I don't know what is up with these people that don't know their facts.
Fat Joe steps down from hosting the BET Awards. So you got Fat Joe stepping down from hosting the BET Awards. But Fat Joe got in a situation where he was calling out a group on the internet, you know what I'm saying, the FBA brothers or whatever.
Yeah, damn right, FBA. Everybody know it. Yeah, don't disrespect the lineage, fam. When you disrespect us on this land, in this country, remember, our ancestral spiritual energies here. See, we ain't from Africa. I'm not sicking all the African spirits on you. You're going to have to deal with the Black Americans. This is what they don't talk about. We got spirits here in America that will deal with you. I know y'all don't want to accept the fact that we're indigenous, but now you get some of them indigenous ancestors on your ass, and you got to deal with it, Mr. Postman.
Whatever like that. You know, you had that situation over the origins of hip hop, I believe, and they was going in on Fat Joe, right? Fat Joe was getting flamed up left and right over that situation. Now he's stepping down from hosting the BET Awards.
Fat Joe is being sued for $20 million by his former hype man, and the lawsuit includes allegations of trafficking, wage theft, RICO, and inappropriate conduct involving minors.
Fat Joe is in a world of trouble, y'all, and could be the next Diddy.
Lawsuit for allegedly coercing his ex-hype man.
His former hype man filed a $20 million lawsuit accusing Fat Joe of having relations with minors and paying for a 15-year-old girl's BBL.
Fat Joe goes viral performing at an uninterested crowd at SeaWorld. So you got this whole viral Fat Joe situation where he's out here performing at SeaWorld, right? I thought they'll have the whales out there and all that. Little kids went to go see a whale, and they brought out Fat Joe. I believe they're bringing out rappers now, right? You know, I guess you got to be a washed-up rapper to perform, right? I like Waka or whatever, but Waka is supposed to perform there, and Trina is supposed to be performing there, right? So if you ain't washed up, then you can't perform there. But you have Fat Joe performing, man. Looks like the crowd wasn't feeling him or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And he left. Like, goddamn, why y'all do Fat Joe like that? Fat Joe looks sad as hell.
Look at his head, y'all. Look at him. He looking down. He hurt. He deflated, down bad. It's getting worse. The ancestors done did a number. Yeah, the ancestors done got that payback. Look at him.
Yeah, like that nigga done lost his puppy. Goddamn, Fat Joe. He knew they wasn't feeling it when you walk away like that. Goddamn.
And so when hip hop started, it's like,
wait. There you go, fam. This is the crazy part. Here's the crazy part. And by the way, they went to SeaWorld to go see a whale and the wrong one showed up. You see what I did there? Check this out. This is the crazy part. Nothing I just said is cap. Nothing I said is fraudulent. Those are real receipts, real lawsuits, based on people doing bad things and getting their tether karma. We're not sitting here making things up, y'all. We seen these folks getting arrested. They done got arrested. These people done got multi-million-dollar lawsuits. They done had to step down. They done got fired. Their careers, they're getting booed off stage. I didn't even mention the fact that Fat Joe got booed off stage in Chicago. I can leave that right there as well. You mean to tell me all of these things are happening in conjunction at the same exact time you disrespected us? I've said this before. Y'all follow me now. When you run around here and you call yourself an African American, the ancestors cannot work for you because they weren't Africans. When you run around here and you call yourself a person of color, the ancestors can't work for you. The ancestors is looking like, yo, I can't rock with that because that's not who I am. Soon as you start saying foundational Black American, the ancestors said, there we go. Now it's on and popping. And do you notice all of these spiritual things that the ancestors have been doing? All the karma they've been dishing out to everybody? Soon as we started to identify as who the hell we are, you got to be in sync with the ancestors to have the ancestors work for you. Can I be real? I'm going to say something, y'all. I'm going to say it. Y'all tell me if I'm lying, okay? The reason why all of the tethers got Tether Karma when they come here to America is because they sell out their homelands, and in essence, they sell out their spirits. Okay, let's be real. Okay, they'll sit here and talk about you Black American. You call me this again, I will send some magic at you. But you don't never do that for the colonizer. Yeah. So the ancestors in your homeland is looking at you like, damn, you didn't just flee your village. You didn't just flee your grandma. You didn't just flee your kids. You also fled your ancestors. And they looking at you going, damn. Not to mention, half the time, y'all done sold your ancestors as well. So your connection with your ancestors ain't too healthy because you don't represent them. You fled from your ancestors. Yep. You sold your ancestors. Yep. So what type of relationship do you have with your ancestors? Now let's go ahead and spin this on over here to foundational Black Americans. We represent our ancestors. We hold down our ancestors. We are our ancestors. And we're going to go get reparations for what they did to our ancestors. You see the difference on how we connect and we're in sync with the spirituality over here? And look at them. So this is why the tethers are on bad time, is because they not right mentally, physically, or spiritually. Why are foundational Black Americans on time? Because we right with all of that. You speak it, you believe it, you receive it. And they receiving that work right now. Yes, the hell they are. And salute to the family for doing so. Salute to the family for doing so. So once again, we're not making none of this up, fam. Every single thing that we putting on the table is an actual factual thing. And you know what makes it even more crazy, y'all, is that everything that we showing all happened within a year. This is all within a year, because what ended up going down was the Africanization of Black American culture, okay? All right? This is the result of the erasure in which they were trying to implement on us. They waited until people like Tupac Shakur weren't around. They waited until someone like DMX was, getting in bad health. You didn't see the riders in the hip hop. You got to understand, when they try to steal foundation, absolutely, tethers are cursed. Absolutely. I love that comment. I love that comment. Absolutely. Let me send that up here right now. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. Yes, indeed. Okay. Too much bad energy. There's no good energy in running, selling out your past. See, everybody, we look at that and it's just like, okay, they run. There's nothing good about selling out your past, selling out your people. This is why they're always being followed by bad things. Look right now what's going on in South Africa with them kicking out people from Nigeria and Ghana. They're beefing with each other left and right. You're jumping over borders. You're hiding from your people. There's nothing good about that. You have to be in sync with your ancestors. And in order to do that, you got to be in sync with the land where your ancestors existed. You ain't in sync with the land. Then how the hell are you in sync with the spirits? You feel me? When we start talking about the spirituality, fam, FBA, we on these plantations, feeling the vibe. Y'all don't be on those places because you can't be there. What I said earlier, we walk the plantations. You can't even walk the beach, okay? Let's be real, you have no connection to your homeland. So if there's no connection to the homeland, there's no connection to the spirits that roam the homeland. We're the complete opposite. So all these people talking about family this and family that, there's nobody more family oriented than Black Americans. Nobody. We're on core. What we say, our cookouts are family reunions. Our gatherings are family reunions. We ain't got to wait till the whole family comes down for the summertime. We're going to have a family gathering on Sunday. And if I miss it on Sunday, it's because I had to work, and I'll be there on the next Sunday. Trust and believe, okay? This is how we are. We different than everybody else. That's our vibrations. You feel me? So when you start looking at these people and why they're getting so much bad energy, bad karma, that's exactly what it is. And really, to be honest with you, that's exactly what karma is anyway. It's bad vibes and bad energy catching up to you. No coincidence. Lawsuit, jail, fire, booed, embarrassed, all after you opened your mouth. See, they wanted to do this thing of taking FBA culture. We're going to give it to this tether. We're going to give it to this fleer. We're going to have Barack Obama. We're going to have Kamala Harris. And there's no coincidence, y'all. Kamala Harris was in bed and very plugged in with Fat Joe. Fat Joe and Busta Rhymes were leading the department of erasing Black American hip hop culture. They were assigned with taking hip hop culture from us. Okay, you got the other people who wanted to take slavery from us. That was one particular department in this erasure. You had someone else who wanted to take foundational Black American inventions. That was another department in this erasure. Then you got the other people who said, we're going to give you guys the music. We're going to give you the movies. Every element of Black American culture and Black American society, somebody was designated with the job to take from us. Fat Joe had a job to do. Busta Rhymes had a job to do. How do you know? It's because them guys were silent in the 90s. They were silent in the 2000s. They waited until all the OGs was out the game. Y'all think that Fat Joe and Busta Rhymes would be popping that stuff if Tupac was still here? Hell no, because they weren't popping it when Tupac was around. They had to use these tethers, give them that damn job. That's what they were doing. They had to use those tethers and give them that job. And it wasn't just hip hop. Microphone Check, the documentary that my brother Tariq put out, was powerful because it didn't just bring us to hip hop. It also talked about R&B because they was trying to steal R&B too. You feel me? All elements. Remember, a tether wants it all. A tether's not trying to take a little piece of FBA culture. A tether's not sitting back saying, oh, just give me a little bit of hip hop. I'll take 25% of rap and I want 72% of R&B. They want 100 here, 100 there. So you got to gatekeep at 100. So with the Barack Obamas, the Kamala Harrises of the world, all the tethercrats, Hakeem Jeffries, there was that push. Why do you think that hip hop is 50? That was nothing more than a psych op. Hip hop is 50 was a psych op. It was a multi-million-dollar psych op to steal that department of foundational Black American existence. Remember, Joe Biden said that the illegals built America. So that was them trying to give them that portion of our greatness. Someone else said, oh, we create all these things. Juan Crow. What do you think John Leguizamo was? You don't think somebody was writing John Leguizamo a check? You don't think he was getting the bag? John Leguizamo was getting the bag to put that out. Who do you think financed his little movie about Latinos? It was the same person who financed Fat Joe and financed Busta Rhymes. And all three of them ran into ABK. The ancestors handle that business. Juan Crow, how'd that work out? It's called the ICE raids right now. And they out there snatching y'all up. Ancestors did that. Busta Rhymes getting booed off stage. Ancestors handled that. John Leguizamo, Busta Rhymes, and Fat Joe, remember how they were in 2023? How do they look right now in 2025? They done fell off like a bad bag of dope. Yes, they did. They done swan dive off the damn building. It ain't too good for them right now. You see the tides done turned. The waves have shifted. The energy has changed. Delineation, FBA, certified Black society, we snatched back everything. And that little operation and apparatus to eradicate and to erase our culture has been halted. And brothers and sisters been holding it down. Shout out to Star. Star dropped this the other day, and he was saying how he was one of the first people. Matter of fact, he said he was the first person to call out Fat Joe, and Fat Joe didn't want to go along with it. But this is what's been changing the game. Fair use, fair use, fair use.
The only person who ever challenged him when he came on the show, and I asked him about the word, why don't you use that? He said, oh, no, that's offensive to us. Us. Well, BET didn't realize, and they don't know how to read the room in today's day and time. There's something going around, a groundswell, a beautiful groundswell called Foundational Black Americans. And the truth is out there. There it is, microphone check. Woo! So BET didn't realize that people want the real. The real is not Uncle Fester on stage throwing money, whatever the he was doing. I haven't watched BET since, what was that show back in the days? Uncut. Nobody watched that minstrel show. So whatever he's saying, I don't give a shit on his platform.
Damn.
He's a liar.
Woo!
And Jadakiss, I with you heavy, man. But at some point, you're going to have to choose a side. Say that with all due respect. Anyway.
Damn. Shout out to our brother Star for that one. Man, he made it clear. How come you don't use that word for y'all? Fat Joe said, no, it'd be offensive to us. Then what the do you think it is when you use terms against us? Fat Joe been off code, out of pocket for quite some time. And now that time done flipped on him, okay? You're going out right now trying to clean up things that can't be cleaned up. Now everybody's watching you. Now everybody's observing you. Now you see the truth. And the world is looking at these people as an absolute embarrassment. Certified salute to our brother Star. And he pointed it out, fam. Microphone Check is the most powerful documentary in modern history, okay? That movie is so powerful. And I seen that movie at the theater. It's a powerful movie. But I'm going to tell you why it's extra powerful. It's because the after effects of Microphone Check are still being felt today. Busta Rhymes' career is over with, okay? It's never coming back. And that's because of Microphone Check. Same with Fat Joe. That's because of Microphone Check. All right, Microphone Check got these people so far at the paint, you don't see them, as well as anybody else. And it came at a picture-perfect time, and so did Delineation. Delineation separation came at the right time because it stopped these people from intruding upon what FBA has created. We stopped them in their tracks, y'all. We stopped them in their tracks, and there's no looking back. So these people who clearly, and I'm telling y'all, there was a bag involved, a big bag. These people were getting paid massive amounts of money to disrespect FBA and to be willing participants in our erasure. All of these people were. Don't let nobody tell you anything other than that, okay? They were out there trying to steal that bag from FBA, and they were getting a bag in the process. So we're the ones who put all of that under, and we're the ones who ruined it. Now, on top of us ruining all of that, let me tell you what else we did in the process. We let the next people know it ain't going to be easy to come on over here and try to take from us. You come on over here and try to take from us, it's going to be consequences and repercussions. Foundational Black Americans, we're not the lineage that's just going to sit back and let people steal. No. So they wrote a check to John Leguizamo. They wrote a check to Fat Joe and Busta Rhymes, and they didn't get no money in return. How do you know I'm telling the truth? Didn't we find out receipts that they wrote a check to Roland Martin? Didn't we find out that they wrote a check to Al Sharpton? All the people that you suspected were taking money under the table from the Democrats, we put the receipts on the table. Fat Joe is a generic rapper. I can't even say he's washed up because he was never fresh and clean. You dig? Fat Joe was at the White House. Why? Fat Joe was at WNBA games, couldn't even name the players. Why? He was being put in these places because they felt the more we show him. Busta Rhymes getting the Hollywood Walk of Fame star. Who gives a damn? Who gives a damn? That was just one more attempt to say, let's try to push him back on top of Black Americans. And that failed. So it's failure after failure after failure after failure. And foundational Black Americans, we keep winning, winning, and winning. Let me go ahead and give you guys some breaking news, okay? We're on a winning streak. We are on a winning streak. Can't nobody stop the winning streak, fam. Nobody can stop the winning streak. This FBA energy is just so powerful, so potent that people are falling out fast as hell. And they should fall out fast as hell because they got no choices. And when I tell y'all that, fam, let me go ahead and take it to the streets and to the block. Let me tell y'all where the mentality is of foundational Black Americans. And it's not about giving. It's not about handing things over. There ain't no Edmund Pettus Bridge. It's only regulating and giving folks that goddamn work. This is how we feel. Damn what they say. Let's go.
Africans, why do y'all think that Black Americans are ashamed that we're descendants of slaves? We proud of the resilience of our people, the strength of our people. We had Black women getting surgery done on them with no fucking anesthesia, man. Our ancestors went through things that would fucking break you motherfuckers. Why would we be ashamed of them? If anything, y'all should be ashamed. Y'all the ones floating over here on sinking boats and inner tubes and shit like that. We're not over here bleaching our skin looking like the Simpsons and shit with big ass fucking lips and yellow. We're not out here looking like SpongeBob after he was tanning too much. We don't do stuff like that. Y'all talk, oh, y'all don't got no flag. Do you know a Black woman actually sold the American flag? Did you know that? Did you know the United States government was actually getting their ass beat by the Confederate troops until Black people joined the fight? Did you know that Black people, including when we were enslaved, fought in every war in this country? I heard about Ghana. I know y'all got fucking shit floating in the streets and all of that shit. I heard about that. Me.
Come on now. Where we at with it? Where we at with it? See, you can't talk about FBA, brother, going off. You can't talk about FBA like we don't know some things. Remember now, we know more things about you than you know about us. Remember that, because listen, y'all said y'all didn't even know that y'all was melanated until you got here. Then what the hell makes me think that you know anything about our culture? Fam, y'all notice that? These people say they didn't even know they was melanated until they got here, but yet they know everything about Black American culture. How in the hell does that work? It doesn't work, okay? That's all a damn lie. But let me show y'all a flip side on the other side, and this is the difference. They send out so many of these ops to try to infiltrate Black American spaces, and it's failing in the process. But y'all look at this right here. This is what I mean. It's op on top of op on top of op. And all they got is just rhetoric that don't add up and they try to put that off on FBA, but it ain't working. Y'all watch this.
Just a small number of very delusional people on TikTok are trying to taint the image of Black Americans. Majority of Black Americans don't have an identity crisis. They know that they're of African origin, African descent.
Our education systems are extremely poor here in America. There is a lack of understanding. When people do not understand things, they create conspiracies, they create things that are not based in reality. These three groups are FBA, Foundational Black Americans, ADOS, Americans Descendants of Slaves, and the Black Indigenous movement. All three of these groups take a political posture of being pro-Black, being anti-colonialist, anti-imperialist. These groups, they seek to create some level of sovereignty, but they have no foundation in anti-imperialism. They have no links to Pan-Africanism, and they also refuse Black collectivism. Instead, they focus on exclusionary identity claims rooted in xenophobia. They rely on pseudoscience to back up their claims. They also use revisionist history as a means of empowerment. For FBA, their first step was expressing global anti-Blackness from ADOS. Their first step was outlining the lack of reparations. The Indigenous movement, they express an erasure of Black American history. Another thing that you'll commonly hear when dealing with these groups is that Pan-Africanism didn't work. They look at Pan-Africanism as a singular event versus an ideology. Whereas most Black people worldwide, we can identify that there's a common enemy, and we have more in common with our brothers in Africa, or our brothers in the Caribbean, or our brothers in the UK, or just Black people worldwide than we have with the colonizers. The second step is the essentialist identity formation. Each of these groups will normally form a rigid identity category that focuses on lineage over liberation. So you will hear, we built this country, we are not Africans, we're the real natives. At this point, all three groups normally will adopt a stance that speaks negatively on Africa or just disconnects themselves from Africa by saying, we are not from Africa, we don't have any connection with Africa, we've been separated for too long, we don't know anything about Africa, we're now American.
Man, if you don't get the hell up out of here, man, see, this is what we're talking about, family. These people just absolutely prison babble, right? He's like, if you don't see it like as a particular event opposed to an ideology, they're the ones who talk all that particular event. See, they don't say anything that makes any sense, and nobody goes for any of their terminologies or their words, right? Tell me the thing that you've ever heard come from a tether that makes any sense. And this is why tethers haven't gained any traction, right? Can we be honest, fam? All the tether babble, all the TikTok tethers, all the stalking and the stalking that they be doing, they've never said anything that makes any sense that anybody's really went for. Black Americans, we out here still being foundational Black Americans. We still out here standing on certified business, and they're out here just crashing out. Nobody's, fam, I mean this. Tell me if I'm wrong. I've yet to see one person say, you know what, man? That damn tether on TikTok talking about Black Americans was true. He said some good points. Have y'all heard anybody say that about a tether? I haven't heard it. I haven't heard one person say, man, I'm going to tell you who be talking the truth. Is Mr. Joloff on TikTok. Man, he said some real stuff. Not even white people believe that Jamaicans influenced the civil rights era. All right. Nobody believes that Africans freed Black folks here in the United States. Just it doesn't go nowhere. They're not gaining any traction. That's why it's called babble. You know what babble is? Babble is talking, not making any sense. No one's listening, and you don't improve your situation. Kind of like their homelands. They're not improving their situations. They just talking. That's exactly what's going on. Nobody's out here saying, man, Mrs. Fufu, she be talking that real talk. No, as a matter of fact, I'm hearing more people say they agree with Black Americans because it is the undeniable truth, opposed to Mrs. Fufu, who's just running her mouth and got her wig leaning to the side, right? But let me tell you something. The more they get to talking, the more brothers and sisters get to putting in that work. Let me go back to my brother that was just chopping it up a minute ago, right? Because he was talking good game. Watch how brothers and sisters is checking these people at an all-time high, and they don't have no rebuttals for it.
And some foundation. Let's just keep it a beam.
To the foreign outside of America, I just gotta ask y'all a question. Why the f do y'all care about us that much? I can't go into a single comment section without one of y'all dick rotting America. Like, I don't even do nothing, and we be in y'all heads rent free. Like, I just witnessed an entire 10 minutes arguing with somebody thinking he one of us. Whole time cuz from Canada. Bro, we don't claim him, bro. I'll be damned if a think I act like somebody from Canada. It's like My fault I can't name 3 cities in your country with a population of 5 million people, gang.
Damn.
We not really worried about you, bro. I hate to break it to you, but your country is a speck on the map. Look, I meant no disrespect with this video, bro. But I just got to get this off my chest. Maybe if y'all would spend more time worried about what y'all got going on in y'all hometown, rather than worry about us, y'all might get some money in your pockets. Because I'm searching up your country's wealth, and that is plummeting, gang.
I saw the video.
I'm telling you, freeze. Y'all heard what that brother just said right there? Did you hear the brother just made a damn good point? Did the brother not come out and say, I'm looking at the net worth of your homelands, and your homeland money is going down the drain? As a matter of fact, all of y'all, like we said, are in debt all across your whole continent. It's not even going to get to the Caribbean. I mean, because talking about debt in the Caribbean, that's like basically saying cars, have tires, of course. But when you start talking about what these people have, what they're earning, and what they have to show for it, it's nothing. So basically, they're trying to get us engaged in some type of dispute with them, and they have nothing to show for it. And don't be mad because, like my brother said, we don't know nothing about y'all. We know the fact that y'all are sitting there in terrible damn homelands that are broke down, battered down, and beat down. We understand that. We understand that you ain't got a pot to piss in. We understand that. But in terms of anything that you think you're doing of real substance, nah, bro, nah. And even your own people are coming out and saying, man, these people be hating on y'all. Now you're starting to see more of these tethers who are saying, hey, these people don't like Black Americans. My people told me that Black Americans was bad and to stay away from Black Americans. That's what you're starting to hear. And you're starting to hear that more every damn day. And these people are going home more every damn day. Did y'all see this right here? This guy right here, been in America for damn near his whole life. I think his whole life. And now he about to get deported. Tell me this right now, if it ain't getting real in the field for them. And remember, every time you get mad at FBA, I've got citizenship on my side. You've got deportation on yours. And last time I checked, citizenship trumps deportations. Y'all look at this. This man right here is going home. And I want to know, do y'all feel sorry for this guy right here? Easy.
And he has lived in Maryland for 55 years. Mr. Reese came to America at the age of 5, and he doesn't know much about Bliss. But what happened to him will leave you speechless. And guess what? This man had a green card, but the ICE deported him to Bliss. Let's hear from Mr. Reese.
They recently picked me up, and after they picked me up, they deport me from place to place.
What state were you in when they grabbed you?
Baltimore, all my life. Then they took me to D.C., then from D.C. to Miami, from Miami to Atlanta, from Atlanta to Louisiana, from Louisiana to, I can't remember the other states right offhand, but 8 different places before they deport me. I was there for like almost 8 months.
So Mr. Reese went through 8 months of trauma, and with his medical condition, no assistance was given to him. As his explanation about the ICE detention.
That I cannot explain to you because I can't tell you.
This was really a breaking point for him. Let's continue.
It took a toll on me. I ain't gonna lie to you. It bothers me. Right?
Before ICE grabbed him, let's find out what his life was like in Maryland.
I mean, I had a wife. I call her my wife. I had a house. I had vehicles.
Mm-hmm. I had a wife. I called her my wife. Whoa. Fam, did y'all hear that as well? Did he say I have a wife? I called her my wife? You either did or you didn't, partner.
I call her my wife. I had house.
No.
Let's find out what his life was like in Maryland.
I mean, I had a wife. I call her my wife. I had a house. I had vehicles. I had everything.
So you have a life?
Yes.
Do you have a family, wife and kids?
I mean, my daughter. I have a daughter. Should be 23 now. But
I have a daughter. She should be 23 now. So you have a wife. You call your wife. And you have a daughter that should be 23 now. Is she 23 or 29 or 32? What age are we talking about here? And is that your wife or your girlfriend or your blow-up doll? What are we talking about here? And y'all notice how this video skips every time? So they're like, do you have a wife? Oh, yeah, I have a wife. What about your daughter? She is 24. Wednesday. This is jumping all over the place. They're trying to edit around them soft, weak-ass answers. Head down.
I can't tell you.
This was really a breaking point for him. Let's continue.
It took a toll on me. I ain't gonna lie to you. It bothers me.
Before ICE grabbed him, let's find out what his life was like in Maryland.
I mean, I had a wife. I call her my wife. I had house. I had vehicles. I had everything.
So you have a life?
Wait. They used a stock photo, y'all. Hey, they used a stock photo. They used a stock photo. So this man got a stock photo family, a daughter that should, might, could, would be 23, and a woman that he called his wife, who's really the neighbor's wife that he looked to through the window across the street. Delineate.
So you have a life?
Yes.
Do you have a family, wife and kids?
I mean, my daughter, I have a daughter, should be 23 now, but I haven't caught up with us, being as though all this stuff been going on.
So
you haven't caught up with her? What, in 30 years? He made it sound like, oh, I ain't talked to her in 2 weeks with all this stuff going on. You don't know her age. That disqualifies you from saying, oh, I ain't caught up with her. When Black Americans say we haven't caught up with you, that means maybe at top a month, maybe 2 weeks. I call my brother, but he's working. I send him a text message. He ain't responded yet. Black Americans don't say, I haven't caught up with you and I don't know your age. When you start getting into decades, 10s and 20s and 30s, that's I don't know you, Tether man. Quit trying to talk like FBA. See, this is the difference between us and them. This is why we must delineate, y'all. We can't have this type of babble intertwined with our clear-cut culture, all right? Black Americans don't say, oh, I haven't got up with my brother yet or with my sister, okay? I ain't seen them since 1972. You don't know her, and I'm wondering if you really even have a daughter. You're lying, bruh. You're lying. You ain't not got up with her. You don't know her because she doesn't exist.
Free now, but I haven't caught up with us, being as though all this stuff been going on.
So from all indication, Mr. Reese is a hardworking man. Like he said, he has a job. He has a daughter that is 23 years old, and he has lived in Baltimore, Maryland for 55 years.
Hey, I see y'all in the chat. Boy, y'all cold. Y'all so cold in the chat. You ain't lying. Lived there for 55 years and still got an accent. Yo ass illegal. You just got here a couple months ago. Get the hell up out of here. Get out my goddamn country. You lying. You lying. How you ain't been there in 55 years and you still got an accent that thick? You lying. You lying. You lying. You lying. If you don't get the hell up out of here, your ass is an illegal alien, and all that talk about your family, you ain't got one, not here in America. This man got a clean accent talking about some, I ain't been there in 55 years.
And this is happening to him. And then when he was caught by ICE, they moved him around across America. I believe he said 8 states. Anyway, let's find out the kind of job he used to do in Maryland.
I used to do backhoe. I used to do front end loader. I used to do tractor trailer, dump truck.
You did tractor trailer? What do you mean you did tractor trailer? What did you do with the tractor trailer? This man lying.
Tractor trailer, dump truck, you name it, I could do it.
So you work with heavy equipments?
Yes, I have certification in all of them.
You ain't got no damn certification. I'm gonna tell you, you got deportation. And deportation is coming in swift, y'all. That man lying, okay? And this is why we can't do the all black. Because remember, y'all, according to Pan-Africans, that man is us. And we can't say nothing. According to Pan-Africanism, remember, Pan-Africanism is all lives matter. That's really what it is, okay? And Pan-Africanism, there's no borders. So all blackness is intertwined. So all that cap that man's doing, that is basically them putting that on foundational Black Americans jackets if you deal with those type of people. You feel me? So no, this is why that right there is in full swing, family. I told y'all, life is a highway and we just been throwing tethers out the damn car. And when I say throwing them out the car, how about we talk about throwing tethers in the car? And what do I mean when I say we're going to start throwing some tethers in the car? What I mean by that is something that we talked about the other day, family, and news is breaking fast. But you guys know we always cover it right here on the Black Alpha Network with all of y'all 3,000 plus deep. Family, how many of y'all are interested in being ICE agents? Because just since we had a conversation on Tuesday, they even made more adjustments. Did we not just on Tuesday say that Black Americans are the reason why ICE is reaching out to so many people and why deportation is going so fast? Family, Not only are they giving signing bonuses, they done stopped the age cap so anybody can join. Watch this.
I don't know if y'all heard this news, but ICE is hiring with a sign-on bonus of $50,000. They say they're looking to hire 10,000 people. Okay, here we go, y'all. ICE offers $50K bonus for new hires. Amid a major expansion of immigration enforcement, U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement ICE launched a recruitment campaign offering new hires substantial incentives, including a signing bonus of $50,000. The agency seeks to hire 10,000 new personnel, including deportation. Bruh, so if you are a so-called Black American, they gonna hire you ASAP, bro, because they know that you belong here.
Up until today, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, was only allowed to hire agents under the age of 40. Today, Trump's Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem scrapped that rule.
We've removed any of the age barriers. We no longer have a cap on how old you can be.
ICE agents can now be as old as the day is long, it turns out. Come on down, Grandpa. They'll still take you. Doesn't matter how old you are. And at the same time, yesterday, 404 Media reported that ICE is also ramping up its effort to recruit young people. The agency is reportedly looking for a digital advertising company to, quote unquote, dominate digital media channels, targeting Gen Z via ads on social media and on streaming services like Hulu and HBO Max. They want old people, they want young people, they want anyone they can get, it seems. They've already seen ICE flood social media with recruitment ads like this one, quote, America needs you, join ICE now. Or this one, quote, want to deport illegals with your absolute boys? Go to joinice.gov. I'm clearly not the target audience for that in any way, shape, or form. Or this post, which says, quote, defend your culture, no undergraduate degree required.
Stop right there. Tell me you guys see all of the foundational Black American influence in this. This broadcast, we've been highlighting our influence everywhere. You know, our influence that gets Fat Joe fired, Busta Rhymes fired, Fat Joe booed, Busta Rhymes booed, embarrassed, wrapped up, and sent to the unemployment line. That influence right there, you see right here. FBA influence is everywhere. Remember, immigration is a big deal because of Black Americans. Deportation is occurring because of Black Americans. We were the ones who exposed the fact that these people were coming to our communities. So when they say things like, your culture, defend your culture, who been running around here talking about a culture erasure? Foundational Black Americans. Who been running around here talking about our culture being our lineage? Foundational Black Americans. This right here is basically them saying, Black folks, we see you, we hear you. You want 50K? Come on down. And we're going to use the terminology in which y'all use. You got to see everything through foundational Black American lenses. And if you see it through foundational Black American lenses, you'll see these people been using our words. They've been using our statements. We influenced the damn White House. They're not going to throw a press conference tomorrow at 3 p.m. and say, oh, by the way, we got all this from Certified Black Society. They're not going to say that, but I'm going to say it for them. Defend your culture is basically them saying, Black Americans, y'all culture is dominant. How do you know this? Because who even uses the term culture in America more than us? We're the ones who use it. That's who they're referencing.
Phrase your culture is doing a lot of offensive work there in that old advertisement. ICE has even sent targeted emails to hundreds of local police officers and sheriff's deputies across the country, trying to poach them, angering local law enforcement leaders. As one Florida police chief,
we have almost 78,000 applicants since we opened up, and we're going through, we're finding those people that really want to serve the country.
That's the ad that I showed on Tuesday's broadcast, y'all. It's all over social media. They have a massive social media campaign right now for new recruits.
And really be in law enforcement. I think it's a great way to recruit now. We're taking back our rehired annuitants, people that left the job early because they weren't allowed to do their law enforcement mission. But we have so many people that are interested now in working with ICE because now they're seeing under Secretary Noem's leadership, we have a viable law enforcement partner in the community. You are actually out there making a difference.
I don't know if y'all heard this news.
There you go. You damn right we making a difference. We always make a difference. It's always about us. You see now, we as brothers and sisters, we looking at that going, damn. And I look at this from a political lens. They are trying to keep foundational Black Americans estranged from the Republicans, from Donald Trump, and especially from ICE. That's the Democrats' whole job. Their job is to keep us estranged from them, to keep us away from them. And these type of job opportunities that are popping up, and I've had a bunch of brothers be like, hey, Alpha, thanks for posting it. I just signed up today. And good, go get your money. Go get your bag. And you're doing something noble that's according to the law. And now you're starting to see a lot of shift when you look at these ICE agents. Fam, I'm seeing some things with ICE agents that don't look like ICE agents of yesteryear. No, look at this video right here. This is Julio Romero Estrada Pedro Gonzalez, and he's getting arrested. Tell me what y'all notice in this video if you're looking at the agents. Tell me that you don't see an influence. Watch this. I don't know, dog. Somebody getting arrested up in here. It looked like I'm seeing a brother. I'm just saying, let's keep it real. Hold up, fam. I'm seeing some damn dreadlocks. I'm seeing some damn dreads, fam. This is what I'm seeing. Y'all seeing it as well? Uh-huh. We seeing the same exact thing at the same exact time. That's what it is. That brother said, I'm about to go get me the bag. Look at Jorge. And he going home, hey. There they go. Look at that brother looking too. That brother said, he said 50K, shit, sign me up right now. Uh-huh. Yep. You see it. I see it right there. A lot of brothers. I seen another video the other day with a brother, and he was out there, and he was with ICE. You know what I'm saying? So you starting to see this shift, and a very powerful shift, where we starting to go get some of them goddamn jobs, and we're going to get some of that damn money. Mm-hmm. There they go. And what does it take, family? What does it take? Nothing. Nothing. You could do this easy work. This easy and for free. Easy and for free. This is how easy it is for Black Americans to stand on Black American business and go get these jobs and job opportunities. And there's been a lot of very interesting things that have been happening the last few days with that whole situation. As they're out here trying to basically perpetrate the fraud and try to get foundational Black Americans, to fall for whatever they're trying to, come up with next. There have been a lot of new developments that have been occurring that's really sending everything into a shockwave. A lot of people are looking at this situation going and how they're upping the ante, shall I say. That's the best terminology. They're upping the ante, and they're making it clear that we want Black Americans to come on down. We want Black Americans to get on board. We want Black Americans to support every single thing that we're doing. Did you guys see this right here? Look at this right here. This is going to get you. Look at this, fam. Trump demands new U.S. census, excluding undocumented immigrants. Yes, you see it. I'm seeing it. We're watching it, family. Donald Trump right now wants to put a census out that excludes all of the undocumented people, which means all of that, we all Black, brother, and you can just sign up to be Black and wear blackness like a jacket. That's about to come to an end. That's about to come to an end real damn fast. So all the people running around here thinking that they were just going to say, I'm Black like you, and they'll sign up for it so they can get free access to all these things. Remember, y'all, you got folks who ain't nowhere near Black getting all types of benefits and resources based on foundational Black Americans. Yeah. Uh-huh. So if you see that and I see this, then they got a big, big problem on their hand. You can't come around here no more, be disrespectful when you want to be disrespectful, and then turn and expect foundational Black Americans to give you some type of leeway. That is a great move. That is another step, which is even closer to delineation, because that allows Mr. Jamaican man and Mr. Haitian man to say derogatory things about us and then to turn around and put his name on the dotted line, okay? And it ain't fine, and they running out of time. So that right there is another massive issue that's going on. And if you notice, fam, this is why those TikTok videos of the tethers, they're starting to lose their cool. They starting to lose their cool, and they spazzing out and they wilding out, fam, on a whole different level, right? If you notice, tethers right now are having these breakdowns. And one of the things that I'm always talking about, and I got to say this, fam, this has to be stressed. I like to highlight things that other people ain't really speaking on, but I want to say this to the maximum, okay? One of the reasons why tethers cannot stand foundational Black Americans is because Black American women are stronger than tether men. All right. Remember this. When we say Black Americans don't flee, that means our men and our women. When we say that tethers flee, majority of the time, that's their men. So their men flee. We always talk about military age immigrants, migrants, fleers, and tethers, right? So your man is a fleer and our woman is a foundational. This is why tethers always come over here and they got some type of little hidden, quiet little issue with Black American women. Y'all notice that? When Black American women said that they were going to boycott African braiding shops, you had these big ass zesty tethers on TikTok mad at our women for talking about hair braiding. Our sisters said they're going to boycott hair braiding for women, and tether men got a problem with it. You had big grown ass tether guys saying, why do you want to go and boycott a braiding shop? Why you care? This is a woman saying she's going to boycott a woman's braiding place, and the damn tether man want to get involved. How your feelings hurt? This don't concern you. First off, it don't concern you because we're talking about Black American women. Second off, it don't concern you because we're talking about women. And third, we're talking about hair. And your hairline is doing the damn backspin, triple flip, assault off the top of a diving board. Why you care? Because they got some issue, because deep down inside, they know their men are nowhere near our women. And family, a lot of our sisters ain't playing that. This one tether dude, y'all been seeing this dude running around on the internet for a long time. He's always making videos about Black Americans and hating on us. Man, let me tell you something. I seen a sister get this man the biggest FBA roast I ever seen in my life. Tether men, y'all can't compete or compare with our women. So you need to stay your ass at home, okay? Quit worrying about what women do. Quit getting involved in women business. Quit talking about women getting their hair braided and worry about why you a big grown man who left your homeland. Don't talk to me as a man who ran and come over here and worry about my woman who builds. My woman builds, your men run. There's no way you can compete. Look at this right here. This tether been out here disrespecting Black Americans for the longest time. Oh, man. He's one of them tethers that's always saying things like, y'all don't have no dad in the household. Where's the father at with Black Americans? Man, this sister G-checked this dude down the street, round the corner, and back up the village. I don't think this man is anywhere to be found. Y'all watch this.
Where are you driving? Section 8? Where are you driving? Where are your men driving? I am right next to a prison right now, right? Or should I call it your baby daddy's home?
First of all, why are you out of breath, sir? Every time this man come across my FYP with that crusty bottom lip of his, shivering as he's always speaking illy on Black Americans, shaking like he having hunger withdrawals or something, looking like poverty, eyes just glowing like a damn panther because you over there getting high on pond water and bone dust. Every time I see you, you talking about a damn Black American with no lotion on. If your body look anything like I think it does, I could probably take a match right now and run it across your damn kneecap and strike a damn match with it.
Damn! What? Whoa! FBA in the build. Did she just say, I can run a match across your kneecap and spark a flame? I've never heard that in my life. I wish I said that. Damn! You want to talk about need some lotion. Bruh, your men run, my women build. And watch our sister get this man the TKO, tether knockout.
You need to moisturize your damn skin and comb your cuckabug sitting on top of your damn head and keep our names out of your mouth. Talking about we ain't got no daddies. You ain't got no daddies. You ain't got no mamas, and you damn sure ain't got no grandparents. Damn near half of your population grew up as orphans because you got grown men over there that don't know how to keep their hands off of people's kids. So let me get this straight. You sitting in South Africa. Land of
Damn. This dude been talking reckless for a long time. Long time, fam. And it be trash. It be lame as hell. But boy, today, you getting completely retired. This FBA sister smoke right here, partner.
Who got a daddy in America over there begging the UN for rice and acting like you growing it. You over there standing in line for water like it's 1820 and still letting the same three people who put Mandela in prison on your land. You got shanty towns the size of major cities over there and little kids walking through sewage with no shoes on. And y'all still be acting shocked when your lights stay on for more than an hour. But you calling us ghetto? And if we ghetto, then y'all damn show the blueprint. Over there living in them damn shacks without no damn plumbing, out there dodging wild animals and boiling your water outside just to take a damn bath. Don't you ever port your crusty lips to call us uneducated ever again, talking about we can't read when half of your damn country can't even speak. Still over there clicking your damn tongues together, but you stay on Google researching us, posting it on TikTok like you got a degree or something. Never be more violent than people living in a place where a woman gets raped every few minutes and mob justice is normal because y'all trust them damn machetes more than y'all trust the police. Y'all beat people to death in the street. Y'all were Dawson.
Damn. Family, we seeing the tether get completely wrecked.
Black Americans from the outside like it's Netflix. And you don't know. You ain't even trying to know. The whole country is a GTA mission without the respawn button. Damn. Your country is a crime scene. And a lot of y'all are mad because your attempt to look down on us didn't work. Because you look up and you see us and you don't like what you see. Everything you wish you had. That's us. That colonial boots still stomping on your neck while you barking at us like we the problem. The next time you open up your mouth to speak on Black Americans, brush your goddamn teeth. Because that rot, that ain't from poverty. It's from jealousy.
Damn. Hey, can't call it. Damn, somebody just got knocked up out. Get up. Somebody get the smelling salt. That man gone. He gone, family. Somebody get this man a gurney right now. Somebody need to roll him out. We need a wheelchair. We need a gurney. That dude done for. Damn. She said every time y'all come around, you got to look up. She said y'all whole homeland look like a GTA scene, a crime scene without the goddamn reverse button. Woo! That's what we talking about. See, y'all don't want no problems with our sisters, fam. Okay, because I know what tethers are. All right, straight up and down. Tethers have a weird little issue with women because they think they're going to pull that stuff that they pull on their women over here on our women, and then they get that damn rude awakening. All right, so she done put him in his place. He done for. And again, like she said, don't be running around here talking about kids and all that, because one thing we know about y'all is that y'all go through kids left and right. And y'all ain't got no birth certificates. Yep. So don't talk about FBA. This is the thing, y'all. We ain't tolerating the disrespect because we understand the truth about y'all. We know how you are. We know how you function, and it ain't too good. And every time you looking up at us. Foundational Black Americans, we ain't got to worry about none of y'all. We can roast you and G-check you in the process, and then we can get back to business. That's the way it is. Our sister right there put this tether man to shame, and that's got to live forever because the internet live forever. So you're going to have to deal with that forever. Yo, great grand tether kids is going to want to know why you came against a foundational Black American woman and you got completely destroyed. So you got to wear that jacket forever. But let me tell y'all what we've been knowing. We've been knowing that all that talk about kids and Black Americans, family, now these people are telling on themselves and admitting that they parents grow up with 4-5 different kids in the house because they pass them around like hot potato. FBA don't do that. So shout out to our sister for wrecking dude and ruining dude, delete. And now y'all watch how we got the receipt. Easy.
Have a problem with giving their kids away. Most people that I know that are African were not raised by their actual parents. They were raised by their aunt or this.
My mom was born in Ghana. Same day she was born, they took her to Nigeria. And no, her mom did not hate her. It was the norm back then, you know? Like, it depends on the ethnic group though. For some, it is cultural. And also, at the time, they used to have many kids, 6, 7, 8, 10 kids. So if they give one kid to an auntie, a grandma, it's not because they hate their kids. Because too many kids, too many mouths to feed. You get me? And also sometimes maybe her sister can't have kids, so she give some of her kids. There are a lot of reasons. So these comments are weird. I don't know why.
Nah, you're babbling, bro. Your grandparents had 6, 7 kids, so they was just taking kids in. Y'all was village passing the kids around. But y'all got the nerve to come over here talking about baby daddies and baby mama drama. You got baby village drama. Big difference.
When you guys get to the West, you think you are Europeans or what? I don't know why. Our culture is not that bad. There are a lot of reasons for the things they do. At the time, it did make sense. Yeah? And also, when you go to China, they speak Chinese, they practice Chinese culture. Everything is Chinese centric, and they are doing so well. They are even overtaking the West in many things. Yeah, but when an African get to European, he thinks he's European. I don't know why. When a Chinese get to Europe, he's Chinese. Like, I know some culture need to evolve. I agree, some cultures need to evolve, but it's not everything that they are bad, like what our grandparents and great grandparents were doing. It's not bad or anything. At that time, it made sense. Maybe now you want to change it, okay, but stop demonizing them like they are some, I don't know, weird people who hate their kids or no.
Nah, partner, no. Y'all be giving y'all damn kids away left and right, and you don't really want to own that, do you? He's like, don't blame me for giving kids away. Okay, don't do that. See, they got a problem with saying things about us that apply to them. That's another difference between them and foundational Black Americans. Like, we don't say things about somebody that you can apply to us. We understand that, all right? Don't throw rocks at somebody if the same rocks that you throwing could be thrown right back at you. And they stay doing that with FBA. So all that talk, let's be real. Y'all hear that from the dominant society. Y'all come over here and y'all hear all that baby mama talk, and then you just skip over that you got a whole village that's just passing kids around left and right. So if you really want to keep it real and you always want to stay true, you know damn well y'all folks don't have that type of culture. You don't. But let me tell y'all what we know. One thing we know for certain, y'all, is that they've been out here telling on each other and telling everybody that growing up in America with immigrant parents, they hate Black Americans. This is what they don't ever want to speak out loud, but we're going to put it on the table because that's what we do. Tethers now want to get on board with FBA because they've been bored hating. Watch this.
As a hyphenated American, I am so glad that we are finally having a discussion about our immigrant parents and their country as a whole having such a hatred for Black people in America. And what has me in confusion is that they have more hatred for the Black people in America than the colonizers who are back in their country, pushing them out of their country so that they have to come to America to make a whole new life. What's even worse is that they have this hatred for Black people in America before they even step foot on America's soil. In my opinion, I blame the boomers. The boomer immigrants are just as bad as the American boomers because, truth be told, they are the ones that started the backlash against Black people in America. And they taught and spread that same hatred to their kids and to their families and friends back in their country. Not only that, a lot of them only have friends that are from their country. So they didn't interact with Black people in America. Now look at them. A lot of them are being deported back to the country that they didn't even bother to fix because they had so much hatred for Black people. Y'all, as a hyphenated American.
Damn. I mean, I got a very strange suspicion that type of information wasn't supposed to come out. I don't think they really wanted us to hear all of that, but we know all of that. Nothing is changing. Let's make this clear, okay? This whole situation, Black Alpha's going to put some facts on the table. I'm going to give you some facts. Very plain. I'm going to make it very plain. There's no diaspora war because we're not a part of the diaspora. There's no diaspora war. It's just people from the diaspora hating on us. There's no new information about those folks from the diaspora because we've been known it. We've been knew that they don't like foundational Black Americans. We've been known that they call us Akata. We've been known that they don't want any part of us. And now we all know that they want a part of our reparations, so they're trying to fake claim us. This is nothing new. I want everybody to understand what's going on today is just foundational Black Americans getting confirmation of what we've been saying. Some of us for 10 years, some of us for 20 years, hell, some of us for 50 years. It's just now what's done in the dark comes to light and we put it all on the line. Nobody's shocked when we hear that these people call us Akata because that's what they do. Nobody's shocked when these people say we are brother because they want something. The village, the scam artists, all of that stuff is exactly what it's always been. Nobody's shocked that Pan-Africanism is a scam because we was calling it scam Africanism before these folks even knew what TikTok was. Do you know, like we said last week, this is the most Black Americans have ever had communications with Africans. And the Europeaner has had way more interactions with them going way back in the day, but we'll leave that alone. We don't have this type of interactions with these people. We don't have these type of associations with these people. We don't deal with these people. They want to come over here and deal with us. And they don't like the fact that they can't get in on what FBA has not only created, but our accomplishments, and the destiny swapping isn't working. Now you're seeing another phase of tethers. This phase of tethers, quite frankly, is the ultrally disgruntled tether. And they're going to stay disgruntled. Why? It's because deportation will lead to derangement. Derangement will lead to disgruntled, and all of them is going back home, okay, to the mama. All right. So if you look at it from that angle and that aspect, man, it's something different. Absolutely. We never interacted with these people. We never interacted. Like this thing that we've had this interaction for hundreds of years. No, we haven't. No, the hell we haven't. We very rarely even come across Africans. Like maybe in the East Coast, there's some Africans. I'm going to tell you right now, down south, you don't have African neighbors like that. You very rarely come across Africans. All right. And half the time when they live around us, they don't want to be around us anyway. So this notion that we've dealt with these people, that's not the case. This is the most interaction. And Africans and Jamaicans and Haitians, you're not really doing a good job. You're not really doing a good job. What you're showing is what we've already suspected, is that a lot of you guys have a obsession with the dominant society, and you have vitriol towards Black Americans. And that's not going to get you in any high favors of Black Americans. And that's damn sure not going to get foundational Black Americans to be a human shield for you and to stop Donald Trump from deporting you. That's just what it is. But in terms of their homelands, none of that stuff, we brush all that off because we understand your homeland is in ruins. You can't talk about mine. Nobody who comes here from a third world country is going to talk about the United States. You got to remember this, fam. The United States of America, all right, the biggest, greatest country in the world, everybody wants to come to. And somebody who lives in a shanty town is talking about us, that doesn't go nowhere, it doesn't land. The United States of America, the country that everybody wants to deport or want to import themselves and get deported out, these people got the nerve to talk about what we got going on. The jealousy is just not going to stand. And especially when you got brothers and sisters now out there and they pulling out receipts on your homeland. Watch what this brother says. He says, Nigeria, you got to explain this. I need Nigerians to come to the table. Because when you sitting here talking about FBA this and FBA that, I want you to explain why you right here floating down the block and around the corner. Let's talk about it. Here we go.
If you ain't Nigerian, you're not needed for this. This post is crazy. Now, y'all told me that y'all was over there and y'all had all this property and all these kingdoms and y'all was just over here to drive Uber. Now, what's going on with this? This is how y'all living? I mean, this might be the worstest slums, but the worst slums in America look nothing like this. So I need somebody to come to the front and explain this in the comments. What is going on right here? They said 6 people can fit in here. And all this water is where they go to the bathroom at. And it smells horrible, rancid, crazy. So I need y'all to explain to me the metropolis that y'all be talking about. Like, is anybody from here? In a sense, to use this transportation to get this to town. This right here, this the ride share. This what's going on. So can somebody explain to me, anybody from Nigeria or Africa, why y'all told us y'all was over there building houses in metropolises and y'all was just coming over here to be, Uber, Lyft, and all that shit to build y'all kingdoms. But it don't look like y'all do. It look like the shit Akon was about to build, and they said, nah, they pulled a rug from under him. So I don't know. It's not looking like y'all doing too much building. It's looking like y'all coming over here, getting real Americanized, getting real comfortable on y'all destiny swap mission. So let me know what's going on in the comments. And
damn, that ain't no good. That don't look too swift, too swell, too savvy. That sure don't look strong. You didn't think that we knew this about you? You don't think that we didn't know this about you? It's funny how on one hand they say, y'all showed us all these videos of Africa and we were so poor and it was so bad. And then the next hand, they think that we don't know what's going on over there. Come on now. You're telling 100 different stories. See, that's what tellers do. They tell 100 different stories and not one adds up. All right. We know this. And can I say this, family? We know that you get all of those statements about poverty and baby mama drama, you get that from the dominant society. How do we know? It's because the dominant society has more babies out of wedlock, and the dominant society lives in poverty more than foundational Black Americans. And the dominant society that ain't so damn dominant, they're the ones on welfare the most. So I got to ask this question. If somebody from Africa or Haiti or Jamaica, third world, fourth world, fifth world, nobody wants to go to S-hole countries, comes here to my country, and you want to have poverty jokes, but you living like that, then how come you don't have poverty jokes for them hillbillies in Tennessee? How many of y'all have been to Tennessee and seen them hillbillies? J.D. Vance, the vice president of the United States of America. Do you know where he comes from? Have you seen how he grew up? There ain't a Black person in the hood that was living as filthy and dusty and rusty as him. And we ain't even got to go to Tennessee. We can go right to where y'all from. Y'all know the W side of town. Y'all know Jethro's in the trailer parks. They not living good. So you got millions of W's who are on welfare. You got millions of W's who are drugged out, millions of W's in trailer parks. How come you don't go over there and make poverty jokes about them, Mr. Mutombo? How come you skip over Jethro, who ain't got no running water, but you're talking about Black Americans? How come you skip over Billy Bob, who ain't got no teeth, but you're talking about Black Americans? How come you skip over Meth Head Melissa and you skip over Trailer Park Trevor to talk about FBA when we're living far greater than all of them? Oh, it's because you give them the benefit of massa because you love massa. Don't hit me with no damn baby out of wedlock joke when your village is handing babies over, and then the massa that you love so much, he over here, he mething it and splitting it. Okay, he fitting all and splitting. All right. Notice that none of their vitriol goes towards the dominant society. We're going to say that now because this is what needs to be said, all right? Nothing they ever say is ever against the dominant society in America. You never say nothing about W's here in America, Mr. Mutombo. And now I got to ask you and call you bluff on that. How come when tethers come here to America or they're way to hell over in Tetherland on Tether Island, they don't never have no jokes, no statements. They don't ever make no type of phrases towards the dominant society. How come? If you got so much of an issue with America, then how come you don't talk about W Americans? You always seem to leave them out of all the statements that you make. As a matter of fact, the only time that you ever bring up white people is when you bring up white supremacy, when you're trying to get me to help you from getting deported. Yep. The only time these people ever mention supremacy is when they're trying to say, Black folks, ain't supremacy bad? You'll help me, right? You'll help me stop getting deported. Y'all don't care about the dominant society, what they do to you, how they treat you, and if they abuse you. Y'all don't care about that. You only bring up the dominant society whenever you can use Black Americans to stop them from deporting your ass. That's the only time you're concerned about the dominant society. Until then, 110% of your energy and animosity goes to Black folks. Tom Homie can pull up in the truck right now, snatch you up, and throw you in it and deport you back home. You gonna get there and make a TikTok video about Tariq Nasheed. Really? Tom Homan, Donald Trump can go. Christy Nome can pull up. They can come and snatch you up, throw you in a van with all of your babies. You gonna get back home and you gonna make an hour-long video about Black Alpha Network. But you won't ever got that type of energy for the dominant society who simply said, we don't want you. Y'all notice this, okay? When you start talking about the blacks and browns, you start talking about the people of color, you start talking about minorities, they never bring up W's unless they bring us up along with it because they want us to save them from W's. Your only acknowledgement of white people is when you're trying to use them against Black people to come and help you. Unless you're using Black folks as some type of human shield, unless you're trying to recruit us to stop you from getting deported, you act like white people don't even exist. They right there in your homeland. You can see them. Hell, I see them. I'm in the United States of America and I see your colonizer. How the hell can't you see him when he's 2 villages down? You don't never talk about the dominant society. You always leave them out. Think about it. Mexicans, y'all running around here all day long making TikTok videos and you want Black Americans to go support you to help you stop ICE from coming. How come you don't have a Mexicans Against Supremacy protest? You could have it right now. How come Africans don't have Africans Against Supremacy protests? You can have it right now. All of these groups who always run to us and now magically they know what white supremacy is. Now magically they want to acknowledge whiteness. You only acknowledge whiteness when you're trying to get Black Americans to save you from white supremacy. If it isn't about Black Americans saving you from white supremacy, you act like white people don't even exist. So it shows you, family, you really love them. You're really obsessed with them. You cherish them. That's your massa. And you got a problem with Black America because you view our resistance against supremacy as somebody going against the person you love. We said it because that's exactly what it is. Right now, I'm waiting. If supremacy is a 24/7, 365 global system, then you guys tell me how in the world can a 24/7, 365 global system not have an Africans against supremacy protest right now? If it's a 24/7, 365 global system, then how come there isn't a Mexicans against supremacy protest right now? 365 days in a year, 24/7, a global system, and you don't ever see a minority group protest or rally against it? And the only thing they can say is, we march with y'all. But you notice it's always with us. You always need us to be a part of yours, or you want to claim that you are with us. I want all of the Africans right now to act like Black Americans don't exist and go have your own against white supremacy rally right now. Right now. Go. Tomorrow. Wake up. No, fuck tomorrow. Excuse me. Pardon my language. Damn tomorrow. Get up right now and go have an anti-supremacy protest. I want all the Africans to do it. From right here all the way to the damn Senegal. Go ahead. Because supremacy is where you are. Supremacy right now is in your village. So don't act like supremacy is not here. Because the first thing they're going to say, family, they're going to say, well, you know, supremacy is not right here, so I can't do it. Yeah, you can. Supremacy is right there. Y'all notice that everywhere where the colonizer is, you don't never see anti-colonizer protests? You notice that, right? You don't never see anti-colonizer protests. We can pinpoint the exact location of where the colonizer is, but you won't never see no anti-colonizer protest to go along with it. See, that's the difference between foundational Black Americans and them. That is the difference number 5 billion and a half. And we got another 5 billion before the show's over. But if you want to talk about how different we are than them, you go show me supremacy in the 1960s, and I'm going to show you some FBA riders against it. You go show me supremacy during Reconstruction, I'm going to show you some FBA riders against it. You want to talk about the 90s? I'll show you some riders who rode against it. You want to talk about the Seminole Wars? And I'm going to show you some FBA riders against it. Fam, before there was a damn television or a telephone, I can point FBA riders riding against supremacy. How come in 2025 I can't find you Jorge, Mutombo, or Muhammad going against supremacy? But you want to talk about how you came and you marched with us. I don't need you to march with me. I need you to march for yourself. And until you march for yourself, then I'm going to believe that you are a puppet and a minion who doesn't give a damn about supremacy. You just want a higher role in it. And maybe the reason why you want a higher role is why you always come over here and you say things about me and you blind to Brad, who just popped you across the head with a bamboo stick. I can't make these facts any more damn clear. The days of lying is over. Were you going to just hate on FBA and ignore it and act like it didn't happen? Damn that. I want to see the whole planet Earth outside of FBA go have an anti-supremacy rally. And until you do that, then I suspect that you are damn suspect. I confirm that you ain't nothing more than a collaborator of supremacy. And the main thing you want to do is come here to my homeland and you want to stop us from fighting supremacy because you love it so goddamn much. You can't deal with FBA. We on a whole different time and a whole different level. This lineage, heritage, and culture will not be disrespected by nobody. So you can make all your little TikTok videos, your ass still getting deported. You can make all your little TikTok videos, you still going home. You can make all your little TikTok videos about me or any of my brothers and sisters in the chat right now. And at the end of the damn day, it's not going to save you from Tom Homan. Because when Tom Homan's coming, your ass is leaving. It's as easy as that. I'm done dealing with these people who pretend to be against supremacy because they want FBA to crash out for them. We ain't crashing foundational Black Americans. We are out here standing on certified damn business. And if you don't like certified business, then you can go ahead and go back home and get the hell up out of my country. This is my house. And when I say it's my house, family, it's been my house. It's been your house. It's been our house for years. And more brothers and sisters is putting that on the table. Shout out to this sister as well, because everything I just said, I'm going to apply that as well to the $2 Tonto, okay? So Pocahontas, I want you to remember this as well, because you've been running around here perpetrating the fraud, all right? Because I don't never see Pocahontas against supremacy neither, all right? So how about this? We expose the fact that not only are we indigenous, we're native, we're the architects, we're foundationals, we're the originators. Now, brothers and sisters, got all the facts and the receipts to prove it. Watch this sister go in and tell the world what we've already known, is that Black Americans, we are first.
So this is why y'all are in my comments trying to cut up and act like y'all don't got bigger fish to fry. Now, tribe, did I not tell them that TikTok was the least of their motherfucking worries? It's time to bring Lil Daryl out. So the title, clear and cut, Trump budget proposes nearly $1 billion in cuts to tribal programs. I can't wait to jump into the gold. President Donald Trump released a detailed look at his fiscal 2026 budget proposal that, if enacted, could reverse surging fortunes in Indian country over the past several years. His budget released Friday evening proposes cutting more than $700 million from Bureau of Indian Affairs programs and $239 million from tribal housing programs. The Indian Health Service would receive a small increase, but still fall well short of a record high of $8.5 billion in fiscal 2024 and far short of the $9.5 billion, and the agency says it needs to meet baseline health needs in 2026. Now, let me explain to you why this part simply was just hilarious to me, because as I was doing my research on the false Cherokee TikTok matriarch, she explained to me that the IHS was the worst medical system in America. You want to hear her words?
This is where it gets interesting, bitch. This is where the fireworks begin. So we go draw lots. Like I said, my aunt is wheeling me down there.
Wait. No. The sister is G-checking her with her own information. Go ahead, sister.
$10 billion a year. Where is the money going? These are a couple of the programs that are going to be affected by Trump's bill. The Bureau of Indian Affairs would drop to a $2.18 million budget compared with fiscal 2025's of Where is the money? I'm gonna let y'all screenshot because y'all see I'm getting Lil Daryl. It's gonna be Diamond Princess in a minute, because all of these programs y'all are getting money for, and there's people in the comments saying that the reservations, hold on. It says state and tribal programs that support drinking water and sewer systems could be cut at the Environmental Protection Agency. The budget proposes slashing the drinking water state revolving fund from fiscal 2025 allocation of $1.09 billion to just $150 million in fiscal 2026. In fiscal 2025, tribes received $22.5 million through this program. But y'all are in the comments saying that there are reservations with no running fucking water. So where is the money going? I need the Native Americans to get in the comments and tell me before Diamond Princess get in this motherfucking app and cut the fuck up.
Woo! D-Zam. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. And there's a bunch of brothers and sisters who got all them receipts. Let me make this clear. These people been running around here again with misplaced hate. Always worried about FBA, but you getting all your stuff cut. Donald Trump coming in. Remember, Donald Trump is the president who called out them $5 years ago. He was calling them out back in the 1980s, okay? So he already got his whole mission in play, and he knows exactly what it is. So he's cutting all of that, but you cutting videos about me. Family, these people's obsession and their deflection about supremacy and their unnecessary, unfocused priorities towards FBA, their anti-FBA hatred is going to be their downfall. That's going to be your downfall. You too worried about FBA. How you worried about FBA and you getting deported? How you worried about FBA when you get all those type of cuts to your system? You still got time to worry about me when you got all of those problems coming your way right now? That is going to be your downfall. And you notice why foundational Black Americans are so exceptional, because we focused. We focused, right? We understand what's good for us. Let's do it. All right. All that negative energy and all those distractions, get them out the way. These people are always focused on FBA. It don't matter. I've never in my life seen people worrying about foundational Black Americans when they need to be worrying about ICE. You got it all twisted. You got your syllables wrong. Okay. Don't worry about FBA. You need to worry about ICE. All right. Because I see you having misplaced hatred, and I'm going to see you back in your homeland. And you can't be mad at foundationals when it go down. Somebody else was running around here worried about FBA. And I got some breaking news for everybody right now. And this has been under the radar. Check this out. Kamala Harris says that she is not running for office again because the system is broken. Kamala Harris family came out and she said that her political days are done for, over. So I want y'all foundational Black Americans to give yourself a round of applause, because it was every one of you who said we not voting for that woman. It was every single one of you who said she's not Black. And it was every single one of you who sat on that couch and said, hold your own NUTs, because you can't get none of these, to the Democratic Party. And remember, y'all, just a few days ago, Kamala Harris came out and she said she was not going to run for the governor of California. That was basically the donors out there in California telling her, we don't want you. So we have officially, and this is official, like a referee with a whistle, have ruined, deleted, canceled, and retired Kamala Harris, or as we say around here, Karen Hairless. Okay, so it's gone bye-bye, y'all, and it's a wrap. So she's done for. And she just came out and made that statement. Now she's going to say, oh, because the system is broken. Yeah, it is broken. Who broke it? We did. It's broken because the way it works for you is you elevate tethers above us. That's broken because that don't work no more. The way it works for you is that you give people FBA resources. That's broken because we made that happen. The reason why these people are so upset, they're having a reaction to foundational Black Americans reshaping, remolding, and remodeling the system in which they created that elevates everybody above us. Those days are over with, so therefore their careers are over with. And they can't blame nobody but they damn self. It's all on you. You got to hold that one. You got to hold that L. So you want to talk about holding an L. That's what it is, fam. She's done for and out the paint. So all of these tethercrats that have been popping up trying to get foundational Black Americans to fall for the okie doke, it don't work no more. So the okie doke, the bamboozle, the had, gone, right? That's all because of us, fam. So I want everybody to applaud themselves because we were very determined, we were very focused, and we had an objective. See, we're not like everybody else. We don't waste energy hating on somebody. Foundational Black Americans, we got too much love for ourselves to be hating on you, okay? And you ain't doing nothing that can compare to us any goddamn way. So it'd be a truly waste of time. So she's done for. The donor said, we don't want you, and nobody sees a bright future for her because you know what? Her name is dirt in the streets. Her paperwork, we made trash. So now, since her paperwork is dirt and her name is dirt, they don't see no use for her. There's no use at all for Kamala Harris. There's just none. What are you going to do? How are you going to sell Kamala Harris to Black people? And they know, again, like Busta Rhymes, like Fat Joe, or like any tether, they need foundational Black Americans. And without foundational Black Americans, they're over with. They have nothing. They can't go nowhere. So she, quite frankly, y'all, she's looking and everybody's saying, well, we can't sell her to Black folks. And if we can't sell her to Black folks, we can't sell her to no folks. So we don't have a career because the political system in the United States of America is structured basically like this. The political system is structured where all of these other groups have to pretend that they're Black people is because their people don't have any type of community. I want everybody to notice this. And I mean this, fam. When you talk about America, and I've been saying this, I've been the main one saying this loud and proud, y'all, main play in the game. This system of America was structured that everybody who's non-American is to come over here and get free benefits from foundational Black Americans, right? This is why they need us to go to their rallies. They need us to go to their protests. They need to say that they're Black. Kamala Harris could have easily said she was Jamaican or Indian. Why didn't she? Barack Obama could have easily came out and said that he was African or white. Why didn't he? How come all of these different people, you seen that guy up in New York said he's an African American. The reason why they have to say they're Black because they understand we're the only ones with a unit. We're the only ones with a functioning unit that gets things done. They all need us because they don't have nothing. Remember this, fam. Tethers only tether onto us because they don't have it. So you got to start examining these tethers and say, wait a minute. You don't have no protests and rallies. You don't have no marches. You don't have no political backbone, no social prowess. So you got to literally become a Black person. Fam, what does that tell you about how great we are? They have to truly become a damn Black person. Not pretend, not sort of, kind of. Barack Obama never even said he was mixed. Kamala never said she was mixed. These people have to become a Black person because their community lacks the possession. If you lack the possession, then you have to do that. Fam, all of these people running around here, Hakeem Jeffries, they have to be us because they know without our ground support, they have nothing at all. It's over with. It's a wrap. So this is why you see these individuals always perpetrate the fraud and pretend that they're Black Americans. And what we did through delineation, gatekeeping, regulating, so on and so forth, etc., is that we made it clear. You just can't be us. And we're not arguing. We're not debating. We're not going back and forth. It's just, no. All right, everybody go home. Hell no. Peace the hell out. Get the hell out the way. And now that we stripped that away from them, Kamala Harris has no more career. Barack Obama has no more career. And you're slowly starting to see that, fam. Fat Joe, Busta Rhymes, Kamala Harris, Barack Obama. 2 years ago, these people were the talk of the town. Now these people is getting dissed everywhere they turn. Foundational Black American influence and our power goes further than most people see. Our FBA power can go places where an FBA is not even at. Fam, there's a village on the other side of the planet. We ain't even been there, but our influence and our culture's there. And this is the difference between us. I always tell people our victories look different than everybody else because we're not everybody else. I cannot stand when people say we need to do it like them. We can't do it like them because they ain't us. We need to put our money together like that community. Damn that community. Because the way they do it, they got things that work for them, being puppets. We do everything on the outside of the system. But you know what ended up happening, fam? Is that if the system was a compound and we operated on the outside of the compound, now what was a compound isn't there anymore. We have created the compound and nobody can get access inside of where we are. And we ain't opening them damn doors because we understand what opening them doors are about. This right here shows you what I'm saying. If people don't believe that delineation is here, if people don't believe that certified Black society and the reparations generation ain't running the yard, watch this video. More and more older folks who I believe were 92 percenters. I believe a lot of them folks that was vote blue no matter who, they out there saying B1, certified salute. They starting to change the game. That's because FBA influences everything. Watch this sister right here. She was talking about the African boycott. And family, does she not start going in like we do? Watch this.
Good evening, family. Since this morning, I've had a bit of a change of heart. I guess we will be boycotting African businesses on August the 1st. They've been talking mucho smack on the app. And you know what? I guess they're going to have to learn. Ask Target, ask Walmart, ask anybody who came against Black Americans. When we unite, we know what we're doing. So, okay, you want to talk the way you're talking and be disrespectful and not know how come you have benefits, period, in this country? It's because of Black Americans. If you don't know that, do your damn homework before you get here.
Damn! Sound like Auntie Grandma Delineation done pulled up. They in trouble now.
And what I'm telling you is that, yes, I'm all down for not only taking that money and redirecting it back to the Black community, but making sure that we don't spend any with you.
Damn!
I'm pissed. You guys are disrespectful. You come over here, you don't know nothing. And so I've changed my mind. Yes, we are boycotting you come August the 1st.
Stop. Listen to what she said to hammer home my point. She said, I changed my mind. Listen to what she says there, brothers and sisters. She said she changed her mind, meaning she used to be on board with all that other talk. Now the grassroots are influencing everybody. You want to know what America's worst nightmare is? You want to know what the world's worst nightmare is? Is when the grassroots is in control of Black America.
So I've changed my mind. Yes, we are boycotting you come August the 1st. And I'm going to be first in line. There are many, many places in the neighborhood that you can get the services that you used to utilize from them completed. So yeah, I'm pissed. I'm telling you about it. Get your act together. Learn some respect. Learn the reason why you're even in this country and who made it possible for you. Until you can do that and put respect on Black Americans' name, we don't got nothing for you. And as we unite, again, we've stayed united since the election. You will unite for every cause that we need. Right now, we need to unite and redirect our dollars away from African businesses.
What? Stop. Is it snowing outside, y'all? I know it's August, but it must be some snow flurries. Did she just say, I changed my mind, and after the election, now we redirecting our money from African business? You can't get more grassroots than this. This is grassroots all day. This was somebody who probably, let's be real, supported Kamala, at least Joe Biden. And now she's saying, damn them. And if she's saying damn them, she probably also saying damn everybody. It's FBA all day, and FBA don't play. Talk your talk.
To black businesses exclusively. Starting to get to be the second half of the year. Not only do we have to fight this regime, but we have to fight all these immigrants that come over here and disrespect us as well. I'm pissed. And yes, August 1st is the date. All right, family, listen. Good night. I had to.
Damn, D-Zam. That's the influence. And I want to always harp on the point, family, that we truly are changing the world. We're changing the world. Do not ever for 1 second think that the tethers, the haters, the ops, or whoever the hell they got this week, because it'll be somebody next week and there'll always be somebody hating. Don't think for 1 second, family, that these people are doing anything.
I don't know about
these
y'all,
people
but
ain't
I'm
doing
happy.
the damn thing. Foundational Black Americans, the grassroots, we're the ones who are in control of everything in the United States of America. We're the ones with all the influence. They would love to trade places with us, and our victories are coming in swift. We got a new victory every single day. We're moving in a whole different light. I mean, the aspects have changed predominantly to the point where it's all siding with us, and that's what I want everybody in the family to really understand, because these people know FBA is in full swing, and that's what happens when you get that. Let me show y'all what they've been trying to send on us, though, fam. Y'all see this right here? I want y'all to notice that they've been out here trying to use propaganda tactics, like little cheap propaganda tactics too, y'all, that we know damn well FBA is not going for. But y'all look at this one right here. Y'all see this? They've been trying to run this one. Come home, black man. See, this is straight out of the books of, let's be real, what, 1980? Maybe this, fam, they got to go back into a bag that doesn't have anything in it anymore. You feel where I'm coming from? They're running around here now trying to get us on some go back to Africa black man. That was some, like I said, 1980s stuff, you know, and they say, aren't you black folk tired of racist white culture yet? Come home to Mother Africa. The life of your dreams await you. Your land need you. Come home, black man. No, I am home. And that's the thing. You're trying to get people to go home who are already home. And when you're already home, there's no place like home. And I love me, my home. So no, I won't be going there. Okay. And by the way, if you even come to me talking about some go back to a place where we've never been, that right there is another means of disqualification and another means why you better get the hell up out my way. Foundational Black Americans are good exactly where foundational Black Americans are. Foundational Black Americans are excelling here. We are the most excelling people that get told to go. Think about this, family. We get told to leave the place where we are excelling at. Nobody else on the planet Earth gets told to leave where they're doing good, except for Black Americans. You can build this whole damn country, they gonna say leave. You can create every damn system, they gonna tell you to leave. If Black Americans were ever to just stand still, stand at a stalemate, and not do anything, then they'd be like, well, you know, it kind of is what it was when it wasn't. The fact that we sitting there saying, listen, we good right where we are. We doing exactly what we need to do. We not going nowhere. You can take that. You can keep that. We don't want that. That's what's making these people go into this type of tailspin. And that's exactly what it is, family. It's a tailspin. So no, we're not going no damn where. Only place I might go to is to the damn kitchen and go get me some food or a drink. But other than that, nah, I'm good, bro. And all of these attempts to go home black man ain't going to work. And then, by the way, family, why would you go home when there's a renaissance of Black Americans reclaiming our culture and putting a flag by it? Watch this. Another Black American who knows exactly where we came from, knows exactly who we are, and knows exactly that we're here to stay. Talk, black man, talk.
And that we've been in America. We've been in America going back to South America, Central America. We came into North America. So we've been in America. We go back as the Mesoamericans. We go back as the Olmecs, the Aztec, the Inca, the Mayan. You look up on the Bonaparte Temple, all right? You see who the real Americans are, the people who've been here. If so-called Black people are not indigenous to America, then how come the oldest fossil found here in the Americas, the oldest living fossil. You look it up. Fossil found here in America is a so-called black woman, Lucia woman. Look it up. And how is it that the oldest woman here, indigenous woman here, is a so-called black woman? If so-called black Americans are not American and we're not indigenous to America, it wasn't a Mongolian-looking woman or Asian-looking woman like what you call the Native Americans today.
Uh-oh. Somebody's finding out about their real history going back further than slavery. Uh-oh. It's starting to get more loud and more pronounced, y'all. Somebody's in trouble. All that identity theft ain't working no more. Tell me more, brother.
Again, maybe you slow. So I'm going to help you. I'm trying to educate you a little bit today. And that we've been in America.
Damn. Damn, they don't like that, fam. Do y'all know how many of the Tontos are upset right now? Again, not worrying about all them cuts that they got coming their way. No, they ain't worried about that. That's what everybody's upset with. This renaissance, this reparations generation, this restoration that we got going on, man, it's powerful. And it's truly sweeping across the whole United States, as it should.
So
it should be sweeping right across the United States, and we're sweeping right along with it because we're the ones who manufactured it, okay? This is a real thing that we created. Nobody can get in on this, and nobody can say that this is belonging to them. This is all about us. And like I said, it's being brought to you by our brothers and sisters. Our foundational Black American brothers is holding it down, and our sisters are holding it down, and we're holding it down as one. And when we hold things down together as one, it just shows you we are unstoppable, man. Unstoppable. And that's really where we're at. We're at a level now where there's no turning back, fam. Everyone knows it. Everyone's witnessing it, and they're just going to have to fall in suit. Fam, when we were talking about these ICE agents popping up and these ICE agents was trying to, these people want to separate us from ICE. There's more people. Watch this lady out here. She's out here trying to shame y'all for wanting to go get a bag from ICE. Here's the thing, and I'm going to ask you, what do you owe an illegal alien? Do you owe them some type of privilege because the Democrats said we're all one group? Who is this woman right here to tell you you don't deserve to go get a bag from the government to send illegals home? I think she's unpatriotic. Watch this.
Witnessed a group of Black people on this app saying that they wanted to sign up to be ICE agents because they were giving a $50K sign-up bonus and student loan forgiveness. Imagine in 2025 as a Black person signing up to be a modern-day slave catcher. Immigration is illegal. But so was being free and Black in some cities and states.
Oh, if you don't get the hell out of here, man, that makes me want to go sign up for ICE even more. Thank you. All they doing is getting more recruits, fam. If you want to go sign up for ICE, watch this damn video right here. You'll go sign up for ICE tonight. Don't ever equate the pain and suffering of foundational Black Americans to no damn ICE agent or what they going through. Don't hit me with no, they were suffering too now, and one day it was bad for them and it could be bad for us. There's no equivalency. It's a false equivalency. So keep that to your damn self. If you think using foundational Black American pain and suffering is going to get us to put on the jacket for people who do not like us or respect us, you are sadly mistaken. And to be honest with you, that right there not only is disrespectful to Black Americans, that's disrespectful to the whole country. And you're seeing this type of unpatriotism coming from them.
States in America at one time. It's like we've disconnected ourselves so far from our ancestors that we can't even hear them screaming in our DNA anymore. Because I know the type of grandmothers and the people that I come from, I would have bit my tongue even speaking something like that.
Man, you must have came from some COONs. And the COON ain't no friend. Fam, did she just sit there and say that our ancestors would be mad at us if we want to go join ICE? So maybe your ancestors ain't from America and they some tethers, but don't use that on my ancestors. Let me tell you what my ancestors be saying. They be saying, oh, Julio, Romero, Pedro, all call you the N-word. Call Tom Homan and get that $50,000 signing bonus. You go with yourself. That's what my ancestors would be saying. Don't come up in here talking that the ancestors would be bad. This ain't nothing but a spiritual shaming tactic. And this is typical of a Democratic shield. This is a Democratic shield right here, everybody. This is a Democratic shield, okay? These people don't care. Going back to my original statement, okay? These people don't care about Black American pain and suffering unless they can benefit from it. Hence, the reason why every time somebody brings up our ancestors, what our ancestors been through, anytime they bring up bondage or chattel slavery or supremacy, notice that they only bring it up in conjunction with how can we assist them, assist their causes, assist their agenda. You tell me right now, when has somebody brought up Black American pain and suffering with some type of benefit exclusively for Black Americans? Tell me the time you heard that. You ain't. There's never a time where people bring up our pain and suffering in conjunction with us getting the exclusive benefit for it. The only time they bring up our pain and suffering is when they're trying to benefit off of what we went through. It's always that way. They don't give a damn. I'm here to let everybody know. The world don't give a damn what happened to Black Americans. They don't give a damn about slavery. They don't give a damn about the civil rights era. They don't give a damn about the mistreatment. The only time they care is when they can get those people who were mistreated to go do something for them and run some type of trickery on them. They don't give a damn. Let something happen to Trayvon Martin. They don't care about Trayvon Martin. They want to put his face in an ad to go vote Democrat, though. If something happens to Jordan Davis or Sandra Bland, they don't give a damn about those human beings, those Black American spirits. They want those Black American souls to get them some type of benefit. Don't let nobody come around here and talk about slavery, because whenever they talk about slavery, they're trying to false compare our slavery to something that gets us to go vote for them, to go march for them. But at the end of the day, it's going to be for them, and it's never for us. I don't listen to nobody. As far as I'm concerned, the whole planet Earth is complicit in the pain and suffering inflicted upon Black Americans. So therefore, the whole damn Earth can kiss my you-know-what, straight up and down. That's how I feel about it, family, because I'm tired of seeing people use that. Imagine seeing somebody who had a trauma situation occur and you come and say, hey, if you don't vote for me, that trauma thing is going to happen to you again. Oh, hey, if you don't come over here and march with me, your ancestors who went through that trauma, they're all going to have to deal with it again. They use our fam. Do you know what the hell our ancestors went through? Let me tell you something. This person, that Democratic shield, she wants to talk about ancestors, right? Who would the ancestors be more upset with? Us for not saving a bunch of anti-Black racists, or her who's using our ancestors to get us to go do something that we don't want to do? They don't give a damn about what go on with us, family. That's as simple as that. Foundational Black Americans only got foundational Black Americans, all right? Because when I examine everything, the only time they bring up slavery is when they can use it to go benefit them right now. Fam, if you care so much about what went on with slavery, like you do when you want us to go help you from getting deported, how come they don't ever bring up slavery when it comes to reparations? Think about that now. You want to tell me how slavery was so bad, come and march with me. Slavery was so bad, come and save me. Slavery was so bad, come and vote for me. How come it ain't ever slavery was so bad, here's your reparations? So you know how to use slavery as an example. You just don't know how to use it as an example that benefits the people who had to deal with it. You know how to use my pain and suffering as an example. You just don't know how to use my pain and suffering for something that comes back to me. They know how to bring up slavery. They know how to bring up the civil rights era. They know how to bring up all of the people who were unalive just for being Black American. They know how to do that quick if they can benefit from it. If you can go put on the shield and go to their rally, if you can go down to the voter booth and pull the damn lever to vote for a Democrat who wouldn't piss on you to put out a fire, they get PhDs, X-ray vision when it comes to taking foundational Black American culture, Black American pain and suffering, and getting you to go do something for them. But then they turn blind real quick when it comes to taking that same pain and suffering and giving us compensation for it. So don't ever trust somebody who can see your pain and suffering when it benefits them, but then they turn blind immediately when it comes to benefiting you. Don't tell me about slaves and come march, slaves and stop ICE, slaves and vote for Kamala or Biden or Obama. Tell me about slaves and reparations. And until then, don't talk to me. That's the way we're doing. It's an attitude change. This is a new era. Reparations generation, we don't take no you know what from nobody. And you're not going to use the pain and suffering of my brothers and sisters, okay, and my ancestors. And I don't give a damn what you say. As far as I'm talking, that lady, whatever the hell she's talking about, she can go ahead and take a goddamn nap, sit the hell down, all the way down, because we're not playing that game. You're not going to use what my brothers and sisters dealt with for your own little commodities, because we don't do that to nobody else. All right. We don't go over to Germany and tell those people, if you don't vote for me, what happened to you is going to happen again. We don't do that to people. We don't take women who have been assaulted and say, hey, if you don't come vote for me, you're going to get assaulted again. Imagine going to all the people that happened with the P. Diddy situation. Imagine if we went to Cassie and say, hey, Cassie, if you don't give me $1 million, P. Diddy going to come get you tonight. Imagine if we did that. Imagine telling people, hey, O.J. Simpson's going to come back and get you if you don't come give me a couple dollars. You notice when you change it, it sounds way worse though, don't it? Way worse. We don't use people's pain and suffering against them. So you're not going to use my pain and suffering against me. And I don't know about the previous generations, and I don't want to say generations. I want to talk about people in the generation, because I know some brothers and sisters who didn't play that. But let me tell you something. There were a lot of folks back then that would go along with that stuff. You need to go vote for me because your ancestors passed for you to have the right. Okay, then how come you don't pass reparations for them damn ancestors? Don't use my ancestors' pain and suffering, because that means you don't respect it, fam. Don't nobody respect what we've been through. Nobody respects what Black Americans have been through. And we now in this generation, we understand that and we move accordingly. We don't think that these people who bring up slavery every week give a damn about slavery, because they don't. Bring up Martin Luther King because you don't. Bring up Malcolm X because you don't. We're the people that are always being brought up for another person's reasons. How come everybody else is benefiting off of slavery except for us? Like somebody said right there in the chat, abusers. Absolutely. I don't bring up someone else's abuser so I can get some benefits. They'll bring up our abusers. Name me one person, one TikTok video, one politician. You know they're not talking to us unless they're bringing up something bad that happened to us. So therefore, don't talk to me. Okay? Simple as that. And that's the way we pushing in this time frame. And brothers and sisters ain't going for the games. Brothers and sisters ain't playing. You want to talk about regulation? You want to talk about certification? Family, watch how we've been debunking, G-checking, wrecking, putting these people down to sleep, delete, all the way with receipts. Anybody who disrespects the lineage, watch this and enjoy. This is the new era. If you like the old era, your ass better go somewhere, because we ain't turning around.
Really hope this lands, because I'm sick and tired of seeing this conversation on FYP. But the only videos that have been coming across my feed are the ones of the Africans speaking on us.
Okay, I promise you, none of us calls you African American. The entire Africa calls you guys Black American. We don't think you're African Americans. We don't even think you're African. You guys are so different from.
One thing about us Black Americans is that we know we're not the same as y'all. We know there's a difference between some of y'all and some of us.
And what culture are you talking about that Africans steal from you? That's the funniest bit I've heard. What culture?
Our fashion, how we style our hair. I've even seen now y'all have y'all reality TV shows. Y'all have like Housewives and other reality TV shows that are fashioned and are very similar to our reality TV show.
Africa has 54 countries and we have over 1 billion tribes. Each tribe is attached to tradition and norms. We do culture things that you don't even. For example, I am a Muganda from Uganda. That's my tribe. And we have Buganda things that we do in our Buganda kingdom. We have the Basoga, the Banyankole. Do you even know what that is?
Why would I? I'm not Ugandan.
Define culture. What culture do we want to? What culture do we copy? Do you even have culture?
We have culture, a lot of which y'all are adopting, from the way we talk to what's popular in fashion, the type of music we make. Aren't y'all starting to make drill music? Aren't y'all artists coming to America to get their big break? If y'all culture is so great, why are y'all leaving Africa to come over here?
If I ask you what's your tribe in Black America, like what's your tribe? Do you even?
I got to answer that one. What you mean, what's your tribe? What's your lineage? Let me tell you what the sophisticated world goes by. Lineage, heritage, culture. Ain't nobody running around here talking about, what's your tribe? What tribe are you from? Where do you get your water? Where's the zebra? Any elephant? No, if that's the case, then hell no. Okay, don't come at us talking about, no, what's your tribe? We say lineage, heritage, culture, nationality. I want y'all to notice, fam, whenever we start talking about things in terms of nationality, they pretend they don't know what nationality is. But now, whenever they start talking about tribe, they know that real quick, don't they? Real quick, don't they? Don't nobody run around here say no damn tribe. I'm not gonna say, hey, Angelica Lane, what's your tribe? What tribe you claim? Ain't nobody on that type of time, okay? That's third world talk, okay? And it's clearly a place where you want to come to because FBA ain't on that. This sister's dicing her up.
Even know what that is?
Judah. What else?
Give me 3 culture norms that you have or traditions that you do.
Part of our culture is family reunions, cookouts, respecting our elders, putting family first. We have our own culture. Every group of people have some kind of culture. But just because our culture does not look like y'all culture, that don't mean that we don't have culture.
What do you have? What is your staple food?
For the sake of this video, I'll answer this question, but I find this very dumb. Macaroni and cheese, baked beans, black-eyed peas, fried chicken, fried pork chop, fried catfish. I could go on. Cornbread. I'm talking about staple food. When y'all literally eat bushmeat. Bushmeat as in whatever you find in the bush, whatever you find in the wild. Y'all eat it? Come on now.
Nothing. So what culture? What culture? We don't quote Martin Luther King. We quote Nelson Mandela.
If we quote Nelson Mandela, so what?
Y'all don't quote no damn Nelson Mandela. And are y'all talking about the same Nelson Mandela that black Americans went over there to help out? Is this what we talking about? The same Nelson Mandela that sold y'all out? The same Nelson Mandela who said he ain't gonna come over here and do nothing for black Americans? Don't hit us with no damn Nelson Mandela. And by the way, how come all you got is Nelson Mandela? Can you tell me somebody else outside of him? No, the hell you can't.
It is you who flock Africa coming to look for him.
No, we don't.
You'll be flocking Ghana and Nigeria looking for those ancient slave markets. And now all of a sudden you don't want to be attached to slavery.
That's not true. No one over here in America is trying to detach themselves from slavery. Y'all are upset with us because we are telling you that we've been over here in this country, America, for generations upon generations upon generations. Those ties that we've once had to our homeland in Africa were severed many, many years ago. Y'all are upset with us instead of the circumstances that got us here. When in fact, certain African tribes are responsible for our current circumstances.
Black Americans.
These people ain't got nothing at all. You see the disconnect, fam? One thing is certain, okay? There's no middle ground here. We're going to make this clear. There ain't no middle ground. Anybody running around here thinking there's some type of like middle ground and it's all going to spin around, it ain't going to spin around. The logic is too warped. It's too warped, fam. And remember, these individuals don't like each other either. If you think they got smoke for us, look at the smoke they have for each other. Remember this, okay? You are over here in my country. You talking to me in my homeland. We're not in your homeland. And remember, you running around here saying that you look like me. We're not running around here saying we look like you. You the one over here talking about something. We don't have a culture. We could give a damn about your culture. You're really dealing with the I don't give a damn versus I'm so obsessed with y'all. Okay, that's really what it is. By every single aspect, whatever you would use to necessitate a list that would describe valuable and who's chasing who, they're chasing after us. At the end of the day, we're Americans. We're in America. And whatever you say doesn't matter because you're in a third world continent that nobody respects or a third world Caribbean island that nobody respects, and you're mad and jealous at FBA. If you really just want to pull out the ender and just stop all of this, we can say that right there and everybody can go on home and have them some lemonade, okay? Have you some lemonade, family? Have you some sweet tea if you really wants to go there. Because these individuals are in no position to talk about foundational Black Americans at all. And the only reason why foundational Black Americans are really even acknowledging these people is simply for the G check. That's it. Because they don't know nothing about our culture, but we know more about theirs. And nobody out there gives a damn in what they say. Let me tell you this. Do you really think Donald Trump would sit there and listen to these people talk about his culture and he ain't got a culture? No. Do you think any person from the dominant society is going to go back and forth with an African or Jamaican or Haitian? No. So guess what? Neither am I. Neither am I. That's just how we're going to play the game. If we're going to play the game, we're going to play the game, fam. We're going to play the game. We're going to play the game. And apparently their own people are over there. I showed this before, but let me show this again because this needs to be stated. Y'all, let me tell you how they really feel about each other, how you really, really want to go there. These people feel like this about each other. The Jamaican prime minister came out a month or two ago, and he told all the Jamaicans, don't bring crime here, or basically he's going to off you. Watch this.
Those Jamaicans who intend to come back with crime and violence to undermine what we have been building here, let me be clear to you that this is not the Jamaica that you left 10 or 20 years ago. It is not the JCF that you left 10 or 20 years ago. You will either meet a judge or your maker if you come back to Jamaica and violate our laws and create havoc. I know that there are many who will be returning to Jamaica, coming back to lovely communities like these, rural areas like these, and they may attempt to set up gangs, get involved in scamming, and undermine the values of the communities that they return to. We will not tolerate that. Come back with a good heart and a good mind. Come back willing to work. Come back with your resources. You will be able to make life here. But don't come back here to undermine and destroy what we have built.
Damn. So the prime minister of Jamaica is telling Jamaicans, don't you come back here with all of that crime. Now, whenever you hear Donald Trump say something about these people bring crime, they get mad. Apparently their own people say so. He also says, don't come over here and undermine what we created. But that's funny because a lot of them come over here and they undermine what Black Americans have created. So if you keep looking, they keep saying everything that we say, and they get silent when they say it about themselves. The biggest factor in all of this, y'all, is the fact that they delineate amongst themselves. Yes, they end up separating amongst each other. There's no unity. There's xenophobia amongst Africans, amongst Jamaicans, and Haitians. So this game of we gonna get mad at FBA, but yet we do it a billion times, is over. You're not gonna sit here and talk about FBA being a xenophobic when Africans are xenophobic about each other, because I'm simply gonna say, focus on your damn self. You're not gonna come over here and say FBA is being divisive while you're being divisive against other Africans, because I'm gonna say, focus on your damn self. Don't talk about coming over here and undermining people when your prime minister of Jamaica said, if you come over here and undermine what we created, we gonna off you. Again, your tether priorities are misplaced. Focus on that. We're not going to let nobody who don't like each other, hates on each other, steals from each other, thieves from each other, sells each other, come over here and get mad at FBA. Because simply we're going to say, focus on your damn self. End of story. Point blank. That's how we pushing with these people, fam. They just going to have to focus on themselves. You're going to have to tie yourself up, you know what I'm saying, to whatever buildings that you've created. You're going to have to focus on your homeland. You're going to have to get your act together, and then maybe you can get things done together. But until then, FBA is not really on that type of time and that type of energy. You're going to have to worry about your damn self. Don't be coming over here kicking people out of your damn homeland, and then you want to come over here and talk about how FBA is being so mean. No, no, no. And they don't want us. Y'all notice this too, fam? They don't want foundational Black Americans to really know all of the internal issues they have, because if they knew that we knew that, they can't call us out on all the things they say about us. They can't say FBA is being xenophobic when we know they're xenophobic. They can't say FBA is being mean when we know that they got some real serious issues amongst themselves. They can't pull all of that. So the fact that they can't pull that off because we could just simply say, focus on your damn self, it's easy. Think about that. The most xenophobic person in their homeland. All right, I said it before. Immigration in Africa, it makes Donald Trump look like he's open borders. They're kicking each other out everywhere, all across Africa. And this is why we've been supporting this right here. As Donald Trump comes out and he simply makes the statement that, hey, what we're going to end up doing is we are going to have a new census in America. And trust me, everybody, that new census has been driven by Black Americans' delineation. Do you keep seeing all of these signs, y'all? Tell me, are y'all seeing it, or am I just tripping? Are y'all seeing these same signs that I keep seeing? Because I'm seeing a hell of a lot of signs right now. There are so many signs that are all adding up to foundational Black Americans. It seems like everything that we've been pushing, now America's starting to push it in their own area. We talk about delineation, now they're talking about deportation. We talk about delineation, now they're talking about a new census. We were talking about delineation, they were talking about stopping immigration into the country. It seems like every single thing FBA is doing is adding up. There's so many telltale signs about the progress that we have achieved, and you can see it everywhere. And it's no coincidence. You don't have delineation and deportation at the same time. And I'm talking about all the way up the highest levels to the White House. Okay. I told everybody, I met Kristi Noem, okay, the deputy of Homeland Security. Y'all know I met her. I told y'all I met her in Savannah, right? When I was there, I already seen her talking about everything right now. I seen her way back in September, and she was talking about a new census. She was talking about ICE, and she was talking about recruiting people. I did a broadcast immediately. I seen her on a Tuesday, came immediately back to the crib and did a broadcast and showed all the clips of what she was saying. And everything that she was saying about recruiting new agents for ICE, everything that she was talking about closing the borders and a new census, she said it all. And I told everybody this way back in September. And we're almost a year around now, and it's all happening. And if you watch, that's exactly what's going on. Look at all the telltale signs, fam. It's crazy out here in these streets. If you look, foundational Black Americans, we're in conjunction with everything. And this is what they don't like. We're just evening up. We're lined up too much. And in the process, that's making a lot of people's careers go down the drain and in the trash. And that's exactly the way it should be. That's exactly how it should be. So Donald Trump is go ahead and he's annexing all of those people. So yes, there's going to be a new census, and it's the same exact time when we are as FBA standing on certified business. So this is why we're going to separate, delineate, and get it all the way out the paint. And let me say this as well, fam. These people love to run around and say things like, do you think the white man knows a difference between us? Yes, the hell he does. One thing about a white American is that they know about a Black American. All right. So the dominant society knows that Black Americans are not tethers. Tethers know that the dominant society knows that. So they always try to pull this thing. If we both got pulled over, do you think he would know the difference? Yep. If we was both walking down the street, do you think he would know the difference? Yep. If we both went into a store, do you think he would separate us? Yep. And if you look at every single thing, look at Donald Trump. Africans come from S-hole countries. Black Americans, you built America. The 14th Amendment is about the babies of slaves. He don't even talk about us the same. So only in a delusional tether mind do people see us as all the same. Nobody in the world sees a Black American as an African. And by the way, I told everybody when I was younger, when I went to Europe, when I was a younger person, I seen somebody and they was like, are you a Black American? He was a little kid. By the way, y'all know I had the dumbest comment of the whole. Let me tell you something. I had the dumbest comment in the history of the internet. Somebody was like, Black Alpha, he said that he was in Europe when he was a kid. Why did he go to Europe? What was he there for? Who'd he go with? Who the hell you think I went with? The neighbors? Fam, there'd be some dumb ass comments. That person was off that damn Nigerian smack. Okay. He was like, who Black Alpha go to Europe with when he was a kid? Yeah, like who you think? The damn neighbors down the street took me? Okay. All right. And you do know Black folks do vacation. Black folks have traveled the world. That's some old Black folks don't ever go no damn where. Black folks be in the same place all the damn time. Y'all don't never go nowhere. Newsflash. Black Americans have traveled the world. All right. Black Americans have seen a whole lot of different places. I'm sure we got some brothers and sisters right now who done traveled and went some. Yeah, somebody asked, who'd you go with? Okay. Yeah, like my mama was just going to say, go ahead, neighbors. That's that village talk. You know that was a tether, right? You know that was a tether. You know damn well that was a tether. Your mama may hand your ass off to the village 17 different damn times with no birth certificate, okay? Or maybe Julio Romero mama will sell you off to the damn cartel. We don't do that, all right? We don't do that. So you need to go ahead and put that smack down, all right? And quit being high to the sky, all right? Because that don't add no type of validity. So FBA, we do travel, and we have traveled the world. And every brother and sister I know that has traveled, we've seen the differences between us. And all we did was we coming back and we seeing it right now. So this notion that we all on the same page and we all together, hell no. Hell no. Nobody views Black Americans as anybody other than Black Americans. As a matter of fact, what I've seen, when you leave America, they see you as a Black American and they wrap it around that damn American flag. Hell yeah, they do. All right. Nobody's running around saying, are you from Zimbabwe? Are you from Zimbabwe? Nobody's running around saying, are you from Cuba? Nobody thinks that, family. Nobody at all. And why would we want to be on that type of time when over there on that type of time, they're not getting along with each other any goddamn way? Look at some of the scenes that are coming out of South Africa, everybody. And I also want you guys to see right here, this guy, he says he don't like Nelson Mandela. Look at some of the turmoil going on in Africa and tell me, family, do foundational Black Americans need to be going anywhere other than here? And are foundational Black Americans different? You damn right. Watch this.
In 1994, Mandela was felt strongly about having open borders, about welcoming Africans from across the continent. What do you think about that?
I think that is the highest level of sellout.
Damn.
You can't. When South Africans were in exile, they were in camps, and they were not. They were restricted to go to other parts of those countries. So why do you allow foreigners to go all over in South Africa and run business and make girlfriends? And I mean, South Africans, they can't even have their own girlfriends.
South Africa for South Africans.
Look at this, y'all. They're literally rounding people up and removing them from South Africa. This is xenophobic. This is divisive. This is horrible. FBA don't do this.
South Africa. Why are you running if you're not guilty? You said South African woman like that.
Very in 1994.
Damn, though. Y'all see that right there? That is what's going on over there, but you don't hear a peep about it, because if they acknowledge all the bad things that go on over there, then they would have to be absolutely quiet about what they're doing. And they know it. Yeah, they would snatch a dude up. You know what I'm saying? They're like, get out of here. You're not one of us. So the xenophobia is in full swing over there. The xenophobia is absolutely big. And it's what I've been telling everybody. It's been tether on tether crime. And beyond the tether on tether crime, this is what we've been talking about, fam. And I want to highlight this as well. Black Americans never, ever wanted to be referred to as African American. And I love this era and this generation, because what we've been able to do, fam, is that we've been able to let everybody know through receipts. See, the thing about receipts, fam, they don't ever go away. Receipts don't ever leave, y'all. So Black Americans, we've been out here telling everybody that we are the main ones who've been standing on business, and the African American thing is done. So let me add a few things to the fray, okay? Let me add a few things, brothers and sisters. What we have done as foundational Black Americans, we got rid of the Essence Festival. Yep. We got rid of the BET Awards. Yep. The Soul Train Awards. Yep. We got rid of Busted Rhymes. Bussy Rhymes. Yep. Fat Joe, Flab Joe. Yep. Kamala Harris. Yep. Barack Obama. Yep. The Uber driver. Yep. And you can add the term African American and the African diaspora. All of those have been deleted by foundational Black Americans. And brothers and sisters, we did it all in one summer. You got to be excellent to be able to pull all of that off. And we did it all in one summer. That is amazing. That right there, family, is like being up to bat and hitting 3 grand slams every single time. We hit 3 grand slams every single time we went up to bat. You only get that when you were certified foundational Black American. And I say it, I mean done. We ruined all of them. None of those will ever be the same. If you want to know if you ruin something, just think about, will it ever be the same? Will it ever be the same, family, that these individuals could backtrack and try to hustle us again? No. Will it ever be the same that these people will ever get over on FBA or be able to just weasel in? No. You know the days of people trying to get in on what we've created is over with. You know the days of these people thinking that they could just come around FBA and say, hey, man, what's up, big head? Y'all know them days is done. How in the hell do you think that trying to get involved in foundational Black American business would ever work again? Do you really think that would ever work? Hell no. It's a wrap. I say that with conviction. I say that boldly. There ain't no way none of these people will ever be able to steal from foundational Black Americans. Just the gatekeeping, the delineation is just too powerful and it's too strong. It's too powerful, too strong. And like we were saying, every single day there's more people that are coming around and more people are saying, you know what? We down with it. A lot of people at first, they were saying foundational Black American. Okay, let's see what it's good for. And they seeing that it's better than good. It's great. Check this sister out right here, y'all. This sister right here, she lets it be known. She's been looking at her lineage and she's been saying, well, hold on. Things are a little different. Let me view things from a different lens. Foundational Black American is the way to go. Watch this.
I have decided that I am a foundational Black American. And this is not a hate group. I keep hearing that. Oh, it's not a hate group. It is telling our younger generations that we are valid. We are a valid group of people. We have a very distinct culture, and there are many dialects amongst foundational Black Americans, depending on where you're. Right now, I have code switched. Okay, I've put on my work voice for y'all right now, but I'm a country girl. I'm from Eastern North Carolina.
Look at that right there, family. Look at that right there. You see what I'm talking about? Who ain't got no culture? Who ain't got no culture, fam? We got a rich tradition and a rich culture that none of these people could ever stand next to. Don't be mad, fam. Some people are just on another level. If you really want to go there, some people are just on another level. Some people are operating differently, and some people just got it like that. And FBA, man, we got it like that. And while they're out there hating on FBA, trying to run each other out of their damn business, that's what it is. But I want y'all to notice that sister right there was speaking about basically seeing the term foundational Black American and knowing that it's a lineage. Okay, it's a lineage. But now reclaiming it and grabbing a hold of it. The same way as that I showed the older lady that she was talking that same type of talk. It's an energy. And a lot of people now are focusing on that energy and they saying, that's what I am. And they're grabbing a hold of it. And that's exactly where it should be. This is why it's been a new wave. And that's why it's been a new swing. And the swing has been so extra powerful, family. And FBA is right there on the forefront of it. And let me make this clear. A lot of people been running around here saying things like, well, all Black Americans don't agree with FBA. All Black Americans don't think FBA is good. Well, okay. Well, how about this? How about all of y'all go make the headlines? Because when I look, y'all not making the headlines. All right. Black Americans, in terms of the Black American heritage flag, we're making the headlines. Foundational Black Americans, in terms of the foundational Black American flag, the American flag, we're making the headlines. The little generic, we's not all Black Americans. We melanated. We people of color. Y'all not making the headlines. So until you make the headlines, you need to go ahead, sit down, be quiet, and hush. Until you make the headlines, until you get people talking about you, you ain't doing nothing. Because when I look around, not just America, but the world, everybody is talking about y'all. Foundational Black Americans. Whether that's a Black American and you waving the Black American heritage flag, much respect. Foundational Black American, you waving the foundational Black American flag, or you just a Black American waving the American flag. All of that belongs to us. Nobody else is making them headlines, y'all. Donald Trump is listening to us. He's not listening to the 92%ers. He's not listening to the melanated folks, the people of color, the blacks and browns. Nobody's listening to y'all. Y'all not moving nothing in the streets. If you were to walk outside and you look up at that big ass billboard, you're going to see FBA, you're going to see Black Americans, or you're going to see just certified. But I promise you, you're not going to see all of those old, outdated African Americans. That you will not find. And when I tell everybody you won't find that, you won't find it. So don't even go looking for it. You're wasting your time. And when I tell everybody that these people got some issues in their homelands, let me show y'all this real quick. This lady right here, she got a little something called Dear Nigerians. Yep. And remember, y'all, and I'm going to make this clear. Tethers are xenophobic. Damn right they are. Watch this.
I think you guys collectively need to come together and realize that you are the common denominator. As in, all these countries that are coming together to ban you, to get rid of you, to not want you in their country, we are not all going mad. You guys need to finally accept that you are the toxic that we are all trying to get away from. And I understand that it sounds like I am generalizing right now, and I'm really not. Unfortunately, the bad apples are doing too much that we cannot see the good apples anymore. We cannot see the good ones anymore because the bad ones are just so many. And so now it is either the good ones are holding the bad ones accountable for completely ruining your integrity and your name, or you guys just stay in your countries.
Damn, Miss Fufu is xenophobic. Miss Joloff is xenophobic. Miss Curry Chicken, Miss, in her case, Fish and Chips, is xenophobic. Sounds like Africa has an African on African crime. There's a Jamaican on Jamaican crime, a Haitian on Haitian crime, and a tether on tether crime. And I'm going to FBA my way out of it because y'all are xenophobic.
Bear in mind that we have all traveled to find greener pastures elsewhere. I am Ghanaian, but I'm not in Ghana right now. But guess what I do? I obey the rules, the laws, and the regulations in the land that I am in. And that is what most people do. I am not saying that there are no bad Ghanaians out there, but it seems to be Nigerians who are making Africa become this highlighted toxicity that nobody wants to deal with.
Damn! That's way worse than anything somebody said from over here. Y'all xenophobic over there. Tethers are very divisive. Tethers have no culture. Y'all tethers need to get your acts togethers. I need tethers to get their acts togethers because this is horrible.
You have now been banned from Dubai, America, South Africa, and Ghanaians are now trying to get rid of you guys. You cannot go into somebody else's land and try to assert your dominance through arrogance. Just because you're the loudest in the room doesn't mean that you are right. Even when a Nigerian is making a video complimenting Ghana, there is still an insult in there. Small Ghana, come and see how their currency holds so much value. Small Ghana, come and see how you can go outside without feeling any threat of being kidnapped. Small Ghana, come and see how there is electricity anywhere. Even
damn,
in your compliments, it is still rooted in insults and arrogance.
Ain't that what I say tethers be doing? Didn't I say in their little compliments they insult us? And y'all see that they be inflicting this upon each other. Let me tell y'all, every single thing that you see a tether doing to us, they do to each other because that's where they learned it from. All that talk about xenophobia, they say to each other. All that talk about divisiveness, you have no culture, work hard and nigga, they say to each other. It ain't new when they come over here and do that to foundational Black Americans because when you watch, you observe, you look, and you listen, they have been xenophobic to each other for the whole damn time. They just mad that FBA don't want none of that, and we ain't dealing with it. What you seen is that tethers are xenophobic, tethers are divisive, tethers have no culture, and FBA, we over here being independent and strong, and don't nobody like that. What you've seen is that foundational Black Americans have ruined careers, deleted careers, canceled careers, and straight up erased careers, whether that is politically, whether that is socially, whether that's just walking down the block. We have made our presence felt, and our presence right now is stronger than ever, and it will always be that way because it's always been, all right? Brothers and sisters know our true Indigenous Native history right here in America. Brothers and sisters know about our family, about our cookouts, about our gatherings, our reunions. They know that we are solidified. We're in solidarity. We're in unity. Everything that's good, we're good with ourselves. So this is why we're so impactful, fam. We are internally for eternity growing. Foundational Black Americans, we're displaying and exhibiting a love amongst our culture and amongst ourselves. And now you're seeing this new uprising. And we've already been rising, so it's not going to stop. I'm loving where we are right now. I'm loving all of my brothers and sisters. My sisters is out here checking anybody who wants some smoke. And my brothers is right there watching their back. So what they going to do when that all go down? If you see people right now and they petrified and they terrified, they should be. Okay, they should be right now because the world in which they created that people was going to steal off of our plate, and the world in which they created that people was going to disrespect us to our face, and the world in which they created where they were going to take our pain and suffering for their own beneficial gain, we done snatched that out the wall. We done yanked that back. So our destiny, our thoughts, our beliefs, our actions, our accomplishments, and our future is in our hands, exactly where it should always been. And foundational Black Americans are for the win. When I tell y'all we winning, look at all the winning streaks. I believe in a very productive fashion, in a very articulate fashion, in a very stylistic Black alpha fashion. I laid out all the receipts, connected all the dots, from all the washed up generic rappers to all the Uber drivers to all the failed politicians. And I showed y'all when you connect it, foundational Black Americans are responsible for every single one of them crashing out, whether that is on the front stage, on the main stage, because we the main players. And when I say that we're the main players, family, there is a beautiful Black American woman that we've been highlighting right here on this show for a long time. And I found out on TikTok that she passed away. So I want to see if we can get some praying hands in the chat. Okay. Can we please for Mandy L. Scott? All right, family. I found out that she passed away, and she was one of the sisters that we done showed videos before because she's got that real Black American history, that real Black American culture. And she was always telling us, you know, to stay strong, keep our head right, stay good, and just giving us that history that we pass down to each other. You know what I'm saying? So I want to make sure that the brothers and sisters right here can give her proper due, because I'll be following the page of her family, and they said that she just passed. And I want to show you guys this clip right here, and it's very, very indicative of where we are, okay? And she passed away, family, on the 6th. So much love and respect. Let me play this for the family.
First of all, tell the people thank you.
Oh, I'm going to tell her. I done made up my mind. That's all I know to say. I can't say nothing else because I can't explain nothing to them.
Yeah.
But thank you, guys. Oh, I just thank all of you.
Yeah, they showed out for you, Grandma. Tell them thank you.
I thank them for what they're doing. I mean that from my heart. I thank them. So they didn't have to do nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
That's how I look at things.
Yeah.
People do things, they don't have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
They do it with a willing mind. Nobody don't make them do it.
That's right.
And I thank them. It's a good you carry yourself.
Mm-hmm. They was excited about your 107th birthday. They've been blowing my phone up since last night. My phone dead. Yeah. They so excited that you turned 107 today. They waiting to see you too.
They want to see what I look like. 107.
Yeah.
I'm the same old thing. To me, I don't know about them.
Same old thing. Beautiful. She got her wings, y'all. And 333, beautiful angel number. I love that. I love that. 333. Much respect. Always. Family, we got a strong culture. We got a rich tradition. We love each other. We hold each other down. We done passed it down the line, down the generations, from grandmothers to grandfathers, to our babies, to our kids, and we're going to keep this thing going. All of the people who say we don't have only makes us stronger, okay? Because we're strong with or without them. As a matter of fact, we stand on the shoulders of giants, we stand on the shoulders of the revolution, and we stand on the shoulders of everything that's pure, everything that's honest, and everything that's exceptional. Okay, remember this landmass right here called the United States of America, right here in North America, the Western Hemisphere, this belongs to us. All right. And God bless our grandmother right there, because she would give us so many good factual statements, so much love, power, and respect. And if you guys seen the Twitter page, the TikTok page, please go pay it a visit and throw them praying hands in there. And I've showed you guys her before talking about how she didn't take nothing growing up. She talked about picking cotton. She talked about being a Black American growing up. And when you start talking about 100+ years, you're talking about 100+ years of Black American excellence right here. So we all do that, fam. We all hold each other down, and we're all powerful. That's one thing that we all have in common. See, we wake up every single day in conjunction with each other. We wake up every single day connected to each other. We are hardwired to one another. This lineage is just special. It's just different. And everybody knows it's different. You know it's different. I know it's different. The vibrations and the frequencies and what we dealt with, what we persevered. We are the main players, y'all. And we got a beautiful, beautiful family tree with a bunch of beautiful, beautiful brothers and sisters. We got beautiful, beautiful family. And we're always going to be beautiful and beautiful lineage above everybody else. They can't see us, fam. There's only number one, and we high, all the way up above. So I appreciate every single thing that we do. I appreciate the love, y'all. I love being a foundational Black American. I love holding it down. I love being with my brothers and sisters. I love representing for this generation. I love reparations. I love getting that money, and I love basically shining for everybody. But when we shine together, fam. So always remember that. That's how we do. Nobody separate what we create. We've created something so powerful. Look at our lineage as a creation that we all put a brick in. That's why it's a foundation, right? We all put a brick in. So therefore, we've all done exceptional, amazing, outstanding things. It's awesome and fantastic. You dig? So from the Black Alpha Network, I love y'all with a passion. And we are going to get some new moderators, fam. So I want to get a couple new moderators as well. So if you want to be a moderator, hit me up. We'll make that happen. And we're going to end up doing the Zoom chat next Sunday. So I got everybody's emails and everything. We're going to make it happen, y'all. We're going to make it crack. We're going to do it. But what we do, we're going to do it the certified way. Because when you certified all the damn time. So from our lineage, from day one, when there was nobody else around, to right now, this second, we breathe excellence and we stand on the shoulders of giants. And that right there makes foundational Black Americans the blueprint. It's in our DNA. It's in our DNA. Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love to the family, y'all. Y'all stay good. Y'all stay vigilant. Y'all enjoy your weekend, and we will catch you back on the other side, man. It's good being number one. I tell you, it's good to be the best ever, y'all. Love us, love each other, and continue to hold it down. Stay good, stay honest, stay strong, stay peaceful, stay vigilant. And you know we ain't got to stay good looking because FBA woke up good looking. Certified salute. Always remember that Black is beautiful, and beautiful is always Black. Free Huey.
Black Alpha Network, home of Black excellence. Power to the people.